usually don't have a session on Monday night, but we're here anyway. And as you noticed,
apparently we're gonna be that way.
And as you've already noticed, I'm streaming from a different game. This is Odyssey, as you can tell, and it's because my update on Warframe wouldn't finish in a timely manner. So anyway, we're doing this session to play a little catch-up after missing last Friday.
You got me the infested glue?
But we will...
Welcome.
Great.
Thank you.
But we will still have our sessions Wednesday and Friday, hopefully. We'll see. We've had a couple of complications. But anyway, so the last time we left off, everybody returned back to the cottage, and a few people were making revolution plans, and a couple others were just talking to gods. You know, the usual Saturday night.
Yeah, just like whatever every
Casual
does.
Fridays, you know.
Yeah, what are we gonna do today? Piss off some deities.
And
You already did enough of that in my campaign.
And so we continue with the blowing out of the candle, and the morning after that all took place.
You just skipped my entire like Bahamut thing. I was dying for that thing.
Too bad.
Do you not remember?
I remember very much so. I'm gonna get to that, but
Okay.
the session ended before we could. Yeah. Remember,
Just making sure you didn't forget.
Cadmius isn't the sole owner of the candle.
Yeah.
But
I do control it.
He does indeed. But anyway, what's everybody gonna do? Oh,
let's see. I got some
forgot.
information last time about the whereabouts of some shit. So did he, didn't he?
You're gonna have to be more specific.
Because we asked about certain things last batch with the deities.
Oh.
I'm just getting a recap around our information. Because I'm still trying to find out if I have that sheet written down or...
Well, you found that Hans and Franz told you that the beauty of the scythe is found in the eye of the beholder.
You had to steal my shtick.
Not really looking to fight another beholder.
Why not?
Yeah.
Well, I am in the dojo, my dude.
Alright.
You needs to download for Honor since it's free.
Besides that... May I?
After I say this.
You need to download
Okay.
since it's free.
As Kemper returns, or as Kemper walks outside, he sees his falcon returning back to the cottage as it rests on his arm.
Damn.
The falcon, via telepathic connection, reveals multiple points of interest around the kingdom, including the very large castle in which the king resides, a couple craftsmen, including tanners and enchanters that you mostly ran into, a slave market, a mercenaries district, and besides that, a couple taverns, but not much more.
Nothing about the roots of the King's Guard or anything like that.
I still don't think revolution
What your falcon could see, based on the King's Guard, was that the mass of them surrounded themselves on the grounds of the King's Castle. Many of the guards don't extend past the walls. It's heavily fortified due to that. And you notice even some high magistrates that were roaming the castle's grounds.
Nobody in the dojo?
Alright.
Oh. Damn.
Oh, also, sidebar for whoever watches this, I don't currently have my laptop, so I'm kind of working the old school way with a notebook and using my phone for researching anything I have to. So
You mean the original DM way? Pull it out your ass with a piece of paper.
essentially. All right. So, what's everybody doing?
I think that Mordai
coughing.
has some things to do.
Yeah. Well,
Perhaps
Possibly.
get some Robitussin from
I
the
think I'll
market.
pay a visit to
That one.
slave
That's what
market.
All right.
Did you say slaves?
Mordai, run me a perception.
Ow.
Certainly.
Ow.
Come on, darling. Computer, start up. Wake up,
Ow.
darling.
You got
Ah,
sweet
there you
touch
go.
your fucking computer.
You're like that.
Weak. You are weak.
You're right. How did you know?
Puny. Call it an intelligent
dear,
guess.
That's too
dear.
heavy for that.
I need to throw away some stuff.
Perception, you said?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, dear.
It's a perception.
That's, oof. That's not
Hey, Grim, you're not in the dojo?
Nope.
No, his Warframe's not
updating.
Mm.
That is a...
Mm.
That is a 6, sadly.
I'm pretty.
You hear the
You
front
are
door
weak.
open, but you don't know who entered or exited, or where they were heading, or if they were coming in.
Okay. I'm going to go and take a look if there was someone leaving or coming in. Or trying to sneak in and failing.
You look out. You see no one came in, so you look out the window, and you
Bold
catch
of you to make fun
you
of him
catch
for
the
being-
coattails of somebody turn the corner from leaving the cottage.
Rip.
Are you gonna follow?
I'm
them?
going to go and follow.
All right.
Yes.
Stealth check.
You start following the figure, and you realize quickly that's Kemper, and you catch up to him.
Kemper, darling, where are you going off so, at this time of day?
Don't make it gay.
It's not gay.
If it's in a three-way,
No way
when
is
there's a hunt.
important. Why?
I have a bit of an errand I want to go on.
Ow.
Just wanted to know if you'll be swinging
What
by
makes you
there.
think that I am.
I'm sorry, I just wanted a bit of small talk, that's all.
He's up to something.
Well, it's fine.
I get the vibe that Kemper's not one for small talk.
No,
I think of all of you, he's the one for small
hear
talk.
that.
Just kind of just confused. Kemper's just kind of confused.
Remember,
as to,
you don't
as
have
to-
the communication beads in this universe. So
Okay,
keep it
look.
that way.
What time of day is it? We were all at the house?
Morning.
Morning. Okay.
It's morning.
So, those
Sitting
two
up.
went off somewhere. Does... Alan?
Why do you always want to talk to me?
No, I'm trying to find out what you guys are doing. Who
I'm
all is
just
still here?
sitting
Because
here
apparently Sarah's
twiddling
still
my
here.
tits.
Basically, the three females are at the freaking house.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yes.
they're expecting us to make sandwiches too, probably.
Yeah,
Those chauvinistic
bullshit,
bastards.
No, I just expect you to do whatever the
No, it's
fuck
just
you
the three
want.
females are the laziest.
We
of the
can't
bunch.
hear you. We're not
Oh,
there.
fuck
Bitch, I can lift you.
Bitch, I could bench press
Mordai
most
takes a
of you.
look back towards the cottage and sees that
Arm wrestle me, bitch.
Sarah's sweeping the floor, Cadmius is putting away the dishes, and Volanth is sitting on the chair in the living room.
Okay, good. I was about to say, if you were making me clean, oof.
You should have.
Oof.
You should
What
have said
the
he
fuck
was
did
making
you
a
say I was
sandwich, bro.
doing?
You should have done that.
That
You should have
is-
so done that.
That doesn't come till lunchtime.
Fine,
Alright.
I'm
Oh,
making a
motherfucker.
sandwich for myself. That's it.
Alright, okay,
sandwich
what did you
for
say
myself.
we're doing?
Twiddling your
You're
dick.
putting away dishes. Sarah is sweeping the
fuck you.
floor, and Volanth is sitting in the living room.
You pig.
I'm thinking to myself, why am I doing this shit?
You throw
I'm
away the
thinking
broom
the
into
same
the.
guy.
You throw away the broom.
If you want to take along, that's fine. Look, if
Huh?
I'm being completely honest, there's apparently there's apparently a slave market around here somewhere, and I plan on heading over there.
Ah,
Not for
yes,
anything
slave
heinous,
market.
of course,
Have my attention.
but they
Yeah, but you're not there.
Really?
might be interested in starting a rebellion of some sort.
Hmm.
Oh, yes, more than likely. I can.
Oh, yeah!
I
Why is
suddenly
that-
remember everything that was going on.
Alright. Crim,
That indeed sounds like it would be quite the venture.
What?
we talked about it. You said my character floated, because you kind of figured that.
Can
Why in
float
God's
now.
name am I putting away dishes?
Because with the float and you're 7 feet tall, you can put away the dishes anywhere. It's great.
Can I
You have maximum.
make a perception check on Mordai?
Sure. What are you trying to find?
Why, darling?
I
Oh
wanna
my
make a
god,
perception
why are
check
you
to
referring
see
to
if-
another dude as darling?
Dude, you're not even
Oh
a
my
female character.
God.
We don't
Dude,
even talk
dude,
like
shut
that.
up.
You're not even there.
Yes.
I need the side commentary to be a little less.
Alright,
please.
you're
You
right,
quit.
you're right. I'm sorry.
Quit with
I'm
the
sorry.
sidebar. We
I'm
do not
sorry.
need the peanut gallery.
All right. What are you trying to roll a perception for?
I want to roll a perception to see if I notice any kind of like odd, suspicious, deceptive behavior in Mordai.
All right.
Um,
Roll. I feel like that'd be
maybe.
more of an investigation.
That would be an insight.
Insight. That's
That
it.
would be an
Thank you
insight.
for reminding me.
Ooh.
I couldn't think of it.
Yeah,
I was
that-
like, what was I
That's
proficient?
true.
That
What
makes
was
more sense.
what was I proficient with as my cleric? And I
Insight's
couldn't
based
remember.
on wisdom.
Yeah, it's the same as
Hmm.
perception basically.
So you got
You
it.
can have extra.
Oh,
I'm gonna try this.
Boom.
Nope.
it's a 23.
Bam.
You notice that
He sees your shit.
you notice that Mordai seems to be generally on board with your rebellion idea, but you can definitely tell that there is some hidden agenda attached along with it.
Strange. You didn't seem too turned off by the idea of heading to the slave market.
I mean, why would I be?
Just seems like a normal person would have been a little, shocked. You seem almost eager to go.
Get
Oddly
right now.
enough.
No, if I seem eager, it's just because I have an idea. That is all. One that
Care to share?
may help us.
Care to share?
Just a simple... Get a little extra help from the market, possibly.
Wait a minute. You don't plan on owning a slave,
What?
do you?
Think I would do
approve.
such a heinous thing?
Roll me deception.
I approve.
The fact that you are so quick to deny it means you know in your heart it's true.
Yeah, methinks thou dost protest too much.
Sorry, I had to make an anime reference.
This
I
deception
have to go
is
Shakespeare.
11 plus 7.
Ah.
Damn.
Okay. Proceed.
Damn. That fucking charisma, though.
That's what he spellcasts off of. He's gonna overclock that.
And I have proficiency in deception too.
Yep.
Dude,
Roll
that's
another
great.
insight.
Because I love it. That's great. Being
Yes,
fucking
but you're already
wisdom-based is
thoroughly
useful.
convinced that owning a slave isn't his plan.
I would do no such thing. For you see, like, I come from a line of
You
ill-treated
didn't beat my DC by
people.
much. I'm still skeptical.
No.
Okay,
No.
you're okay with it for now, but you're still skeptical. How's that?
Yeah, because he didn't beat my DC by that much. But he beat it by like 2. Anyway,
Okay, fair enough.
I come from a line of
Let's head over then.
ill-treated, so I just want to see if I can help someone out, that's all.
Yeah,
Alright.
I'll by buying them and giving them a job.
So you finally get to where the Falcon saw the slave market, and you see a small crowd gathered around what looks like a makeshift stage, and it looks like they're even currently doing a public auction for a batch of slaves. Roll me perception.
Seems we've gotten here right in time. Both of us?
Either, yeah, I mean, either one of you can.
That's 15.
Okay, are you gonna roll, Kemper?
Yep.
Okay.
It's perception, right?
Hey, that slave looks like a slave.
Yeah.
Mordai, you see that behind the makeshift stage is
Although technically my falcon's in the air.
a large.
I can use my falcon as well.
That's true. I mean, I'm assuming. I'm assuming Mordai's gonna.
Damn.
I'm assuming Mordai's
Yeah,
just
one
going
low.
to relay it, but yeah, go ahead if you want.
Oh, well.
Mordai,
I mean,
you
it
see.
depends.
Yeah, you see behind the stage is a large stone building that's longer than it is tall, with barred small windows on the outside of it. You can only assume that's where they hold the slaves when they're not being auctioned off. You also see 2 guards in front of the front door, but you're not sure about how heavily guarded it is past that.
My oh my.
Okay, somehow my falcon, I guess, is blind.
Wow. Okay.
Your bird's blind. You're
It
blind.
That one's out of the way, boys. Don't worry.
Your bird accidentally runs into a glass window pane. No, I'm kidding.
What is a ghost, isn't it?
Fuck
isn't
it,
it
that's
like a
magical window.
Ghost? Isn't it like a
Yeah, but when you send it out, it's like metaphysical.
Oh, so
It's
it's
a
like
magic window.
puffy
Just shut
but
up. It's a magic
physical.
window.
It's puffy
They-
but physical. Okay.
The King's
Does
Guard
it just
used some of that
when
magic
it hits
Windex.
the wall, does it like burst into smoke? Like,
Yeah.
Better it appears
like-
for all
No.
failings of
Right,
biology.
No.
Your bird is cross-eyed.
Kemper looks over. Hears a, and then just sees a puff of smoke as he feels his bird return to him.
I'm sorry, that was the greatest sound effect ever, Groom. That was perfect.
All right.
Oh my
So
God.
I've set the scene for you. What are you doing?
Well, Kemper, I do believe that I've found where they're holding the merchandise, as I would say.
That's
Shall we go? Shall we go
We're
take
not
a
even
venture
there.
inside?
merchandise?
Oh no.
Interesting choice of words.
Kemper, are you suspect of me?
I'm suspect of a lot of things nowadays.
Well, suspect of me is a very interesting choice. But I should tell you, I'm going to like lean over to Kemper and just boop him on the nose and walk away.
Did you just what?
Kemper, roll me an attack roll.
What? What?
Oh my God. A nat 20, son of a bitch.
As Mordai goes to boop you on the nose, and in a quick reaction, You smack him with the might of fucking Zeus, and he just falls over for a hot second.
You just pimp slap that motherfucker.
Yeah,
You
it's like if we succeeded the
dude.
throw, I was just gonna have you do like a quick smack in the face, like what the heck? But you net 20,
It's a
so
net 20.
you came through with like the 360 no scope, like open palm strike. You're like 64 trigram palm rotation.
Fucking just drop that shit.
No. All I'm thinking is just all of a sudden he's
like
full on ninja that, and you just hear.
Damn!
It's
When
the
did
same
Ninja
window-
get in this bitch?
Hit the same window that the bird hit.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
Can we not just like recognize that I rolled 2 crit ones and then a
I
fucking
know.
net?
That was some
Yeah,
amazing
20.
rolls. 1, 1, 20.
Definitely some entertaining rolls. I'm having a great time.
But
Oh, I'm
goddamn,
glad
with that
y'all are
pimp
having a
slap.
good time.
Dude, Trim, I gotta ask, will he have a mark on his face from this?
He's got a couple outlines of, like, couple red outlines of a couple
Okay.
fingers on his cheek.
God, you managed to smack the gray off of me.
Hey, now, I'm not even there. Leave me out of this.
Well then,
once you go
wandering
gray,
fingers
you
can be a
never
bit
go gay.
dangerous now there, buddy.
I wasn't expecting you to smack me. Was this going to be a friendly little boop on the nose? Dear.
Don't try and fight with this dude's instincts. He turned into Ultra Instinct Shaggy there for a second. he just goes. This was
Let me all of your energy!
No shit. That is some you have much to learn, Grasshopper.
You have about 5
Alright,
seconds to get out of this.
You guys have been in the same spot for like 10 minutes now.
You just
Let's
slapped the
fucking
piss
move
out
on.
of me.
I
Alright.
help him back up and fucking
Whoa.
shit.
move
Where are you headed?
on. I guess, how close are we to the, slave market?
I mean, you're about
Like, we're right there,
you're
right?
yeah,
we can see
you're
it,
about
obviously. But...
you're about 30 feet away from the stage, and then probably about 50 feet away from the building.
I want to move in with the slaves. Not the slave, not the slave. The people, the people in front of the. I imagine it's just like a bunch of people in a public auction.
Mhm.
Right. I want to move in with those people.
Okay.
Blend in per se.
What are you going to do?
Well, ladies, I don't know about you, but I am thoroughly bored.
Yeah, I just want to observe. I guess.
Okay, roll me a perception real quick. That works.
Yep, 20 something.
Yeah. So you inch your way into about the second row of people just to make sure you're not seen or recognized. And you listen around using your acute hunter senses. And
Goddamn.
you hear that slaves around here cost a pretty penny, most of them going for considerably high prices. Even for like the extremely fit looking ones and ones of other strong races such as orcs and types like that.
Those would be the most expensive, they're the most
Yep.
valuable.
You're hearing even some prices go up into the plats. You can definitely tell you're surrounded by a lot of the rich citizens of the kingdom. Some of them have drab that that reminds you of maybe large factory owners, mine owners, even just some like large farm owners outside the kingdom. You hear the auctioneer begin to talk. Listen up! We'll have another round of auctions in an hour. Be back if you're willing to buy more of our merchandise.
I'm going to slowly make my way up to Kemper.
Okay.
Kemper, hear any good gossip in the crowd yet?
Nothing much. But it appears that the auctioneer... It appears that the auction has been
Oh my god, stop chewing my
shut
ear.
down temporarily, for now.
Do you think they're going to have to restock, or are they just taking a lunch break? Because this might be our time to make our way in and free the slaves.
It'd be as good of a chance as any, but we also don't know where they're holding the slaves, do we?
Well, I'm assuming it's the big stone building across the stage. If that was to
As
hold
you say that, you
anybody...
see the remaining couple slaves, led by the auctioneer, go straight into the building that you just referenced.
Well, I guess my hunch was correct.
Well then, how do you plan on getting inside then?
Well, I do have one idea. I have a few connections that I could pull into play, and a bit of coin that could be used as a bit of a distraction while you make your way out back, possibly.
Alright. So, you're proposing that you just walk in through the front door?
Yes, while you find a more unobserved entrance, and I'll distract the main bit of them with a seemingly good sale.
Okay then.
Before that,
You can try.
I was already planning on doing that. Give me a moment or two. I want to dip away from the crowd
Okay.
to the closest alley.
Okay, you go a solid 20 feet over, kind of back where you came from area.
And I start to draw Archie.
What the fuck?
Oh, hey dilly ho! It's been a while.
Archie, how are you? Hopefully I wasn't interrupting anything interesting.
Oh no, I was just rewatching True Bloods for like the 30th time.
The 30th time.
God damn, no.
Interesting.
No. Oh, no.
He was on his 6-pack of Marlboro Lights.
Hey, he was going.
Well, Archie, I have
In
a
2
bit of a
days.
question for you,
Ooh,
and a bit of a request for you.
he takes a long drag of his cigar and goes, ooh, I love questions. Hit me.
How rich are you, would you say?
With knowledge or coin?
Let's say both for the time being.
Oh, well, I'm one smart-ass motherfucker, but coin-wise... And he takes a second, disappears,
I'm a book bitch.
and comes out,
Man, that
comes
sounds like
back
great.
with a large
Apologies.
pouch of gold. Oh, well, I guess I'm, about 100 gold rich now.
Do I want to know where you...
somebody?
Do I want to know where you got that from?
This person didn't need it. It's fine.
Good. Then I need it. I have an idea, and I'm going to need your help
Wow.
for it.
Oh, come on. I was going to
Wow.
buy 2 tickets
No
to
wonder.
Tahiti. Oh.
Oh, no, Archie. I have a much better idea.
Ooh, let
How
me
much
hear it.
money are you looking to get?
You and I are going to walk into that stone building, and we're going to strike up a bit of a conversation with some less than reputable people, and possibly
Am I close
walk
enough
out.
to see this?
No,
Or
he's
you see him talking to himself.
You just see Mordai dash
Oh no,
back
I'm
in-
not talking to myself. I summoned him.
Yeah, you can see him, but you just all you
I can
see
actually see him.
if you saw them, but all you see is Mordai dip behind an alley. You never said you were
He's
following.
ducked into an
I'm not
alleyway.
gonna be like in the front of the alleyway. I'm like as deep as I can go before it turns
Question,
into a
can I hear
level.
them?
Roll
My
me
ears are
perception.
better than my eyes.
I'll give you I'll give you bonus on your
So you're
advantage
telling
on your
me the
perception.
tiefling ran into an alleyway
I don't think I need that
to talk
advantage.
to himself.
That works.
It's not himself, dude. It's his muse. I'm pretty
You
sure,
Just,
right?
no,
I
I'm
summoned
talking
him.
about
You-
from everybody else's point of view.
No, you can
'cause
see
he
Archie
drew
when
his
I summoned
muse,
him.
So now you can
The only
see
time
him.
you can't see him is whenever he asks.
Just talks.
Like
yeah.
calls for like. It's like how a cleric's or like an Asimar's guidance works. That's how it works. Except he can actually summon them.
Yeah.
You listen in close, and you hear Mordai talking to a deep-voiced man or being. You're not
Thing.
quite sure what it is. Just down the alley. You hear bits and pieces of like a deal being made, but you can't get any details from the point where you're at.
So Archie, what do you think of the plan?
I like it, but I suppose there's two different ways this could go. Either,
One,
like you said,
you could get arrested because you're a... No offense, Archie, but bulbous demon walking around a human settlement.
Are you kidding me? People
Yeah, you're
love me. I'm literally wearing a Hawaiian shirt and a straw hat right now. Like, come on. I look great.
Yes, but
I'll
not
just-
everybody's as accepting as your own kin.
I'll just disappear if anything gets out of trouble, or if I get into trouble.
Is
It's
Archie
fine.
fat?
He gets out of trouble, he's gonna disappear.
he's got a-
figured Archie was fat.
He's got a dad bod, but he's not like fat.
Yeah, I figured.
He's got a little. He's got a little bit of
I
a.
was like, you better have a dad bod.
He's got a little bit of a wine gut going.
Goddamn.
Okay. But... So,
All I'm saying is I can create a pretty good diversion too if you need.
oh
your
no,
call.
trust me, I know that. But, here's the part that needs to be kept ears between us. Understand?
Ooh, secrets. Yes, yeah, I got you.
Oh my god, secrets.
And... Okay, question. Even if Archie is summoned, can I still talk to him telepathically?
Yeah. You have to call upon him. He might
Okay.
not answer, but you can still call upon him.
Yeah, even if he's summoned.
Oh, yeah. If he's summoned, then yeah. I thought you meant if he's not. Okay, yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
you can.
That'd be great. You summon him,
I'm
he just
gonna-
ignores your ass.
That can happen. That can happen.
That's fucking hilarious.
If I don't
Just
summon
like-
him enough, he will get pissed off at me. That's part of the fucking muse.
Yeah, I told him that his relationship and interactions with Archie would change based on how he treated him and like how often he talked to him.
Yeah.
Now,
But
all
like
a
honesty,
relationship.
I was gonna say, are we? You know, clearly those two are doing a thing. What the fuck are we doing?
Whatever you want around the city, I don't care.
Whatever you want to do.
See, that's what I was trying to figure out, because while we're going along this, I just tried to find out what the other two players on the field here are input.
But I'm gonna tell Archie my
Yes,
whole
you,
plan
Shadow.
telepathically.
Dude, I'm chilling talking to my dragon.
Alright, do you mind telling that plan telepathically? Real quick.
Okay.
No one, everyone else close your
See,
ears.
see.
No, I
found-
can just DM you.
That works too.
Took my headset off.
But yes, after that,
Wow.
I'm just going to walk back out and find Kempa.
When Mordai walks back out, you see a very large, slightly chubby demon dressed with a Hawaiian shirt walking beside him.
So you went into the alley alone and came out with the dude in a Hawaiian shirt.
Kempa, Archie, Kempa,
Hey,
This is,
hey, I've seen you
I
before.
don't know.
You were the one I told to dump all the health potions into Mordai, right? Yeah, that was you. Haha, nice job. You really gave him one there. Surprised you didn't make him
Oh
choke.
God. He stuffed it up his ass.
He's got kind of a sensitive gag
Okay,
reflex.
Up his
Archie.
ass?
Yes.
Archie, darling. Shut up, please.
Fine.
So, Kemper, I've brought along one of my closer friends
Closest.
to help. Sure.
How close?
Yeah, to help us with our little excursion to the seedy side of the kingdom.
Alrighty then.
I put my headset back on. Is that okay? Or do you need me to take it back off again?
You're good.
Just,
You're good.
You're good. Yeah. You're fine.
See, Valence, this is why I'm trying to talk to you, because that bitch is too busy talking to her dragon.
And
Fuck
why
you.
don't you
I'm
also
trying to
go talk to the
socialize.
dragon?
Also,
Yeah,
if you
so-
ever, you also sidebar, Sarah, you have a telepathic connection with your dragon if you ever want to speak to it.
Oh, I mean, like I figured I was just talking to it right now.
Yeah, but like, I mean, if you have like any like important like things you want to tell it or
Character build shit.
yeah, that kind of stuff. Important things to tell it, ask it, stuff like that.
What? You just don't want to talk to me, do you?
What, me?
But,
No.
yes. So, Kemper, shall we go?
Phone. I feel like every time I end up
yeah,
like hanging
sure.
out, I'm like,
But
I don't even
first,
figure.
I want to make a perception check to see if there's any way I can sneak inside the building
I was gonna give that to you
from the
anyway.
back, or from the rear.
Mm.
Oh,
Yeah, I
okay.
was gonna give you that once you guys got a little once you guys were ready.
all right then.
I'm making my way to the front door and knocking on it.
All right,
Good job
Kemper.
fixing it.
As Mordai knocks on the door, you see two options outright. You notice that since the building's not that tall, you could climb on the roof and sneak around to the back that way, or you could use a side alley that you can't see very far down, but seems like a pretty solid route as well.
Grim,
Yes.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a like medical or alchemists? You know, you feel what I'm saying? Here.
You're trying to be Full Metal Alchemist in this bitch?
Like a shop?
No, I'm trying. No, I'm looking more for the medical department.
You know that there's
You
a,
want a clinic?
you know that there's a couple.
No, I'm looking for the high-end guys.
You know that there's a couple of apothecaries like on the north end, but there's nothing crazy. Nothing like
All right.
no one who could do brain surgery.
No, I'm not looking for anything like that. I just need somebody adept in mixtures and medical knowledge.
The closest thing you're going to get to that is apothecaries.
All right, then I want to go look at the apothecaries, who's clearly freaking Barbarella does not wish to speak.
Hey, can I say hi? Can I say hi? Just focus on other things.
All right.
Did you want? Are you going?
Yeah, I'll go with him.
Oh, now you want to tag along, but you didn't want to say shit. Why the fuck do you want to come
I was talking to
along?
my dragon! But, hi!
Are you bringing your dragon?
Fuck you! But hi! Yeah.
Okay.
Of course I'm
I
bringing
mean, I'm bringing my pet
ignored me,
demon, so what's the
motherfucker.
difference?
You
Get it
ignored
with you.
me till I came up with something
You
to
never
do.
said hi! You never said hi to
did.
me. Oh, but come on.
I did.
Fuck you. You're right. I should have paid attention. Shouldn't.
Damn. It hurt a
Anyways.
bitch's feelings.
I'm sorry.
All
I'm
right.
sorry. Okay. Hi. I'm going with you, okay? We'll be bestie buddies. Okay? Best buddies.
Now, just just a question.
Hmm.
Since you said my falcon is metaphysical,
Oh, God damn it.
can can my falcon, my god level, falcon,
Uh-huh. You're hyping this up a
fly
bit.
me up to the top?
Nope, it
You're
cannot
Elite
carry
Four
you.
Pidgey.
Why?
Because it
I need a
cannot.
good reason.
Because your
I need a
falcon,
good reason, DM.
your falcon is the size of a standard falcon. Though it may have
But it's a
magical, it's not a god.
And
It's
it's
a god.
magic.
It's a god's spirit pet. It is
Same
not,
thing.
Motherfucker, you got Boobo.
dude. It still has the it still has the carrying capacity of a standard falcon.
Why won't
Which is a
anybody
small
let me
baby.
ride a fucking bird, bro?
Because you'll
You've
look
had a-
like
you've had
the
a bird rider.
you'll look like the naturally
you'll
scaled
have to-
fucking
you-
Pokemon meme.
you'll have to
where it's
find-
just a dude surfing on a Pidgey.
You have to find
No, I
a
don't
bigger
wanna
bird for
surf
that.
on it. I just want like. No, I want the bird. Oh, fucking bullshit, dude. It's
Maybe you should
bullshit.
become a dragon knight.
Bullshit.
I am.
No, I don't want it to be big. I just want it to be. I want to grab onto its fucking feet and have it fly me up.
All of a
like
s-
that shit.
Okay,
You know,
all of
I
a
seem
sudden-
to
That's
remember
what I
there
want.
being some extra shit with that fucking
So
item
mad.
you got.
I tried to do it
Maybe.
last
Oh,
campaign.
okay,
And now I'm trying to do it
okay,
this campaign.
Okay,
I'm gonna do
Fine,
it for every
fine,
goddamn
fine,
campaign
fine,
I
you-
have a bird.
I
fine,
remember.
fine. You know, fine. You know what? You notice a burning sensation. You look down at your ring. It starts to glow, and you collapse on the ground and pass out. When you awake, you find yourself in the same exact realm that you're familiar with already, with a tree in the middle and a barren landscape surrounding it. You walk up to the tree. You see an elevator. Do you go in the elevator?
Oh my god, maybe we should just fast forward this. He takes the elevator
Oh god,
up.
it's me, Margaret.
You go up the elevator, and
Just fucking push me off a ledge.
you go up the elevator and you find yourself on a branch. You walk out onto the branch and you see the same god that gave you the falcon. And he says, I heard
Hey
you.
man, how you doing?
I heard you, child. You were a little concerned with the capabilities of my falcon. Well, here you go. He holds out his hand and the falcon flies to it. And
God damn it.
he pulls something out of his pocket that looks to be a colored disc of some sort. He sticks it to the falcon's forehead.
Frisbee.
He sticks it to the falcon's forehead, and energy starts going towards the falcon. And on the bottom of your vision, it says, HM50 learned. Fly.
God damn it! Motherfucker!
Your falcon now knows fly. After,
Son of a bitch!
Krim, I fucking love you. I fucking
Can
love
we
you.
just... Dude, is this assuming the bird's just gonna fly by, snatch him up by the shoulders, and flap away?
after all that strange
He's gonna look
dialogue
like
disappears from
Link
your
chasing a
vision,
cuckoo.
after the strange dialogue disappears from your vision, the god says, now, your falcon will be able to expand and carry you, but can only expand when carrying you to different places. Are you happy now?
Oh,
Yeah, thanks, man.
All right.
I think so.
All right then, be gone.
Just
He
hit
flicks a
wings.
gust of wind at you. You fall off the tree, and before you hit the ground, you find yourself awake with this familiar burning smell on your finger, though you are left unharmed. Now,
Just go get that checked out, mate.
are you climbing up the top of the building or going in the alley?
Alright, I'm climbing up. I wanted to climb up.
All right. You use your climbing gear and make quick work of the wall. Once you're on top, you realize that there's like no guards whatsoever. It's pretty clear for you. Do you continue on down the roof?
Sure.
You continue on and roll me a perception check.
this one.
Please don't be a one,
Yeah.
please don't be a one, please don't be a fuck me in the asshole. Ha ha.
It wasn't a 1.
From what you can see,
Six.
are you gonna try it with your falcon?
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah. Oh, my falcon's a good boy.
God damn it.
Your falcon just snatches Joe's ass up by the head.
Alright, your falcon sees that there are 3 possible ways in the building from the roof. He sees a small hatch that looks like it's just a piece of the roof that's been kind of caved in, and it's just big enough for a person to fit through. He also sees a damaged window on the side of the building that you could easily scale down and pull yourself into. Lastly, he sees the back door, which is a standard door made out of wood with 1 guard standing in front of it.
So repeat the first one. I remember the second two. Just repeat the first one.
The first one you see is a hole in the roof that appears just to be a product of weathering, and it eventually caved in. That's just big enough for a person to fit through.
Interesting. Okay. Window, roof, or... This is reminding me of, like, one of those... You know that, like... I don't know if you guys have ever played that, like, one stick game. Or that, like, stick figure game.
Oh, escape, like
with
the
Henry
escape games?
having to escape like a
Escape
prison
from-
or break into the bank or...
I'm so
Yeah,
glad.
that
Yeah.
one.
I'm so glad because that's
I
the
fucking
vibe I'm
love
going
those.
for right now, like a choose your own adventure.
I was like, this shit
Fucking
feels
beautiful.
so fucking nostalgic for some reason.
Alright,
Okay, so I
postpone
was
your
right.
advancement into the building. I'd like to join the party. How long will it take me to get there?
Roll me a d5.
Oh.
Titties, that's how long.
Does he know where it is?
I have 3.
Alright, it'll take you
Um,
3 minutes to join Cadmius and Sarah.
Damn, we live
Alright,
close to
well-
the fucking slave market.
No, he's going with Cadmius and Sarah, not...
No,
Yeah,
I'm
no.
trying to
Oh.
go with
Those guys.
Mordai.
You don't know their location. You weren't present for
Yeah,
whenever
you don't know where the slave market is. That is true. They also didn't even know we were going to the slave
Yep.
market, so they
Nope.
don't know where we are.
They have no clue.
Yeah.
They're on their own
Alright,
thing.
what do I have to roll for time-wise
And your only
to
tracker is
to
fucking
sprint?
I could find you.
To sprint around and try to find Mordai and Kemper.
You'd have to scour the kingdom. It would probably take you a full day.
Fuck!
just gonna be
Just
like
come with
running
me.
around.
Just come with me.
Roll. If you want to do it, roll me a
Can
d24.
Kemper send his falcon to find me?
No,
and
because
then
he's not going
lead me to
to.
them.
He wouldn't be willing to do that. I'm just speaking for his character. I might be wrong, but Kemper, would you want to do that?
Would you
I
care
don't- I
enough
mean,
to
I wouldn't
do
even
that?
know. I wouldn't even know Valanth is looking for us right now, so
Exactly.
no, I probably wouldn't. My falcon's kind of useful.
You
right
could
now.
send your
Well,
bird
you're
out
trying
like
to
old
break into a
you know,
building,
Old Yeller.
and I'm a big barbarian bitch that could be a great distraction.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a, like...
Sorry.
How,
Weird
how
flex,
tall
but
would you say
okay.
Archie is?
Oh, he's a big boy. When you summon him the way
Weird
he is,
flex,
he's
but
probably between 9 to 10 feet.
Would the muse be able to sense that I am trying to find them?
Nope. He
damn.
is
What a
mostly
useless
linked to
fucking
Mordai and stuff he's
Lord, I
familiar
don't
with.
give a fuck about you tonight. No.
Okay, well
sorry.
Sorry.
maybe the party will think I will be useful for breaking into a slave market, and will
I'm
send
just-
for my
I'm
presence.
sorry, maybe, but I'm just
Trying to
not
get
allowing
to
loop.
people.
I'm just not allowing loopholes at the moment. If the characters make that choice out of free wills, I'll allow it, but they have to have a good reason. Anyway, back.
Now, what exactly, since Sarah's going with me, we're headed to the
I'll just go back to
apothecary's.
watching Kitchen
Yep.
Nightmares.
Oh, god damn it. So you're not gonna come with us? You're gonna miss out on the fact that I can just find the guys.
Also, there are exceptions to that rule.
Well, if you need a convincing argument, I personally really do want to cave, Mordai's face in occasionally, but I'm just interested in the presence currently.
Oh,
So there's
what
some
the fuck
actual
did I do to you?
hostility.
Oh, by the way,
You're
Shadow
annoying.
went to go do something really quick, so he'll be right back.
Okay.
Oh, Alright.
Yeah,
So-
just think of a
Well-
good argument. I'll consider it.
All right, I just want really the what's up the apothecary since we're going.
Yeah, gotcha. All right,
Do something.
you have your 3 options. What are you doing?
Which the
Let's try
talking to
the,
Kimber.
Let's try the window.
All right. You scale down and dip into the window, and you find yourself in a cell. In the corner of the cell, you spot a human, fairly old, and you get the vibe that he's not going to get auctioned off anytime soon. He's a little frail. Seems to even be a little just sick at the time.
You keep messing around, I'll beat you. Messing around, I'll beat you.
Where did you come from?
Hang on. Are there any guards around?
Nope, not currently.
Okay. Well, I gesture over to the window, and, I ask him how long he's been in here.
Oh geez, I lost count after the first 3 years. After,
3.
after my land got taken away, I found myself here, and nobody's auctioned me off so far, so I fear I'll be spending the rest of my days in this cell. But if I were to guess, it's been about 10 years now.
Goddamn.
Terrible thing. It's happening.
God.
Where
And
did they get you from? I ask him. What is his hometown? Like, how'd they get him?
No, I was working a small farm outside of Nightingale. When I ran out of food to grow due to the unstoppable, unending, unrelenting winters, I found myself migrating to the kingdom in hope for a better life. Instead, I found a few corrupt guards who were more than happy to sell me off for a couple gold.
Alright, well, I then say, well then, how would you like another taste of freedom then?
It's the only thing I desire. Hopefully one day to even see my child again.
Alright then. If you want to get out of here, I'm gonna need your help. You've been around here for quite a long time, it seems, so...
I would say so.
What are the routes that the guards take through this building? And how are they organized? I'd imagine you pay attention to that somewhat.
Of course, trying all these years to come up with an escape plan has its benefits. From what I remember, this building is basically set up almost like a market, except with cells instead of stalls. There are 3 main aisles that go up and down the long way of the building, each one containing about 20 cells or so. Not all of them are filled, though. And then at the ends, they all connect in a curved hallway shape. There's 2 levels to this building. There's a basement, and then there's this floor that you're on, the ground floor. In the basement, I've never been allowed. I heard that's where they keep most of their higher-ranking officers. A couple of secrets to the facility, among a number of other items. Most of the time, we have a guard come up through each aisle once about every 10 minutes or so. Sometimes they come in quicker if they hear a large noise or are here to give us our
Boy,
food.
Sarah, this is a very long walk to try and find this apothecary, right?
Goodbye.
I know that
All
there's
right.
also, based on the discussions of the guards, that there's a watch post at the entrance, and then there's a sleeping quarters for the guards in the basement. I'm not sure how many
What are
guards. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
what are the least most active hours of the day?
Oh, well.
for the gods.
Surprisingly enough, they're more active at night. They're expecting something to happen anytime now due to the king's controversial view. I'd say
So,
any time between
seems old.
the noon hour and the time they bring us dinner at sunset, which is actually currently when you are here, would be the best time to find yourself without any guards.
Fucking broad daylight. It's gonna be difficult.
Anything
All
else
right,
you'd like to know?
Boy,
What your favorite color
what
is?
about this weather, Sarah?
What about it?
I was asking you. This is a totally long walk.
Well,
How willing do you think the people
it's
inside here would,
somewhat
like,
shifted. What about you?
how willing do you think the people inside here would be to start, or to,
The Star Lab Revolution.
I'm trying to word this.
Join a noble
Yeah.
cause? I don't know. Just trying to help you.
Fight for
I'm
their
trying to word this in,
freedom.
like, yeah, like, how grateful do you think everyone would be to
Riot.
get out of here? How loyal do you think?
Well,
Get 'em.
well, I know a majority are quite tired of being here. There are a few, but not many that have been here longer than me. Most of them are new bloods that have gotten sourced here from the prisons. So some of them here are murderers, pillagers, swindlers, you name it. But no matter what they are,
You want to hear a
they
joke
all
I
like
heard?
to vie.
I
They'd
saw
all like to vie for their
from,
freedom.
Eating an ice pop thing.
As you
I found
continue
from
discussing with the, as you continue discussing with the man,
spaghetti and
um,
sauce go to dance.
I'm gonna hop
Like
over
it.
to Cadmius real quick.
That's fine.
So Cadmius and Sarah follow the eastern road all the way around into the north section of the
God
kingdom.
damn. We went on a hike.
It was a long walk. Holy shit.
Can we just retcon the fact that I'd taken the damn horse, cut that shit in half?
Well, yeah, okay. Well, you take your horse. Sarah takes her dragon.
Yeah, fuck it. Oh, that thing's big enough to ride?
It can't.
Yes,
It can't.
it grows up.
Yeah, it can't fly
Quickly.
with her on its back yet, but it can definitely run with her on its back.
Hey, Cadmius.
Hmm.
You want to hear a joke I found from the ice pop?
What's an ice pop?
It's this thing where they take
Frozen liquid on a stick.
and they put it on a stick.
Sounds gross.
Yeah.
It's actually pretty good. But anyways, so what's the hardest thing about learning to ride a bike? I'm not sure what a bike is, but I'm still learning.
Putting the seat on.
No, the pavement. It's pretty funny, isn't it?
Wow.
with that bad joke, you find yourselves already at the apothecary because of how unamusing it was. Whenever you walk in and you see a man with a strangely ironic witch doctor mask on, considering that there's no current plague.
Oh. Interesting.
You mean plague doctor mask?
Yeah, you get the
Yes.
you get the.
You said witch doctor.
There's
Yeah, well,
yeah,
Not the same thing.
they're not the same.
dude,
thing.
I kind of dug the witch doctor
They're not the
concept.
same thing.
You can get a mask with filter in it. I was digging the witch doctor.
All right, with a witch doctor mask, and you hear, "Oh, a visitor. I don't get many visitors, especially since the plague has ended."
Since it ended.
How unfortunate.
That's a rip.
Did you come with us?
He said he did. He
No,
wanted to
I was
catch up.
just saying that out of context. I didn't want
Wow.
to find you guys. I wanted to find Mordai and Kemper, but so I'm just
yeah.
essentially wandering around town like a dipshit. Maybe
You
I'll find something to
big
eat.
dipshit.
I might go get something to eat.
Go eat half
Anyway.
a cow.
Alright, so the apothecary says that. What are you doing?
I'm gonna. What was that, Sarah?
Just like, I don't know.
Well, here, put this on. I'm handing you a cloth.
Or what?
I'm reaching in my bag and pulling out that file.
Is that
I'm scared.
a vial of the virus?
Indeed.
God, it's not. Oh no, no.
Oh, it's the virus.
I
Oh,
put the cloth on my face. My face.
oh, give that here.
Why?
So that I can examine it. I must know its current state.
It's apparently toxic enough still to infect my teammates.
Where did you
Mm-hmm.
Where did you get it from?
Found it in a box.
Yeah, it wasn't
I had to scrape it up.
Ah, screw it. He takes his witch doctor mask on to reveal a slightly muscle-heavy elf. I just
Yeah.
decided to give up the strong guy look.
Yeah,
Kind of
no,
have to. I don't want to get robbed.
Maybe you do want to get robbed. We could
Look.
help if you want.
If you're interested in this, I can give you a little
Ooh.
to study.
what
exchange of what?
What is your interest in it, may I ask?
To
Why the fuck did
propagate
you
it.
turn into those goddamn dwarves from that one shop?
Clearly, this residue it leaves behind applies, decay. So I wish to propagate it into such a state as it's producing.
Well, to do that, it looks like it's at its end stages when you found it. You would need a specialist to revert it back to a more active state. But I'm afraid that if you do so, it even gets more deadly than what you've already experienced.
Do I really look like I'm all that concerned with deadly?
You might not be, but your more natural friends might want to be.
I don't like it.
How bad are we
I don't like
talking?
it.
So, based on what I can see from its current state, you've probably noticed that it induces seizures and it's disorienting. Well, if you were to make it more active, it would start applying fever, nausea, even a little muscle atrophy.
See, now you're speaking my language.
Oh god.
Dear God.
Even your goddamn, sicknesses and shit. What the
This
fuck?
is Wacky's plague when I drew the horseman.
I have the right
I'm
materials.
talking more about Cadmius.
I have the right materials
Yeah.
to do it, but I'm not really sure I want to do it until I know your ulterior motive.
I want to know it too.
You can weaponize anything.
That is true, but what is your purpose in weaponizing it?
To wither the living.
This
Why
is
do
gonna,
I just feel like he
this is
just
gonna-
turned into his lich again?
based on the use of materials and the complicated process that this would induce. It's gonna cost you a pretty
Look, Sarah,
penny.
if you got better ideas, I'm listening. So, what was that?
It's just gonna cost you a pretty penny if you want this done. Let's just call it insurance.
Well, you would take some of the file, correct?
Oh yes, I would need the full thing. Whoever's playing gunshots in the background, I'm gonna need you to stop. Sidebar.
So you would take the whole thing.
Just about 3/4. You'll still have a little bit left. But
Alright.
I need a sizable sample to get started.
Alright. What kind of guarantees are we looking at that we should have success?
If my knowledge is correct, it should be about an 80% chance that it doesn't become extremely contagious and kill the entire city.
Oh. Fair enough.
That works.
Hope you have it.
You
Alright.
you pass him the vial, and he, after applying a mask, carefully pours some into a vial of his own, and hands you back the remaining amount. And as a let's say security deposit, can I get, say, 5 gold off of you, just to cover the risk?
I'll give you 10. You can make sure your equipment is sound.
Fair enough.
I want this.
Alright, I'll get
so-
started immediately. He takes the vial to the back, and you hear some things start to whir up.
Oh, well, that was quite quick. I didn't even get the opportunity to ask him about health potions.
You see a shiny silver bell in front of you with a note beside it that says, "Please ring for assistance."
Oh my god. Sarah, you interested in health potions? Hello? What happened?
Sarah.
What?
Are you cowering in the corner from me playing with the plague? Come on.
Yes and no. I'm kind of just like standing there, like giving you like the most like fuck you look. Like, what are you doing? With the cloth on my face, because I'm like, I don't want to get fucking sick again. I'm like, fuck that shit.
Are you going to ring the bell?
Alright. Yeah, fuck it.
Alright, you
I
ring
hope
the
I don't
bell.
break the damn thing.
You ring the bell, and the same elf comes out wearing the witch doctor mask. Ooh, a visitor. And then sees it's you
Come
and
on,
takes
man.
it off. Oh, you again. What can I do for you?
You ran out so quickly, you failed to consider the fact that outside of that business, we would like to buy.
Ooh, sorry, I just got excited working with a dead disease is all. Not everybody gets to say they get to do that.
Dead disease.
Hey, actually, I totally get it.
Shut the fuck. I'm done with you.
So what?
I'm
So what?
done with you.
So what kind of special items could I interest you in?
Actually, we were curious about your potions you might have around, prefabricated health potions,
Oh,
such like that.
I actually specialize in healing potions. I could sell you quite a few potions of greater healing if that's in your interest.
Indeed. We could take a few.
All right. Well, times are a little rough right now, so I'm selling each one for 4 gold. Is that okay?
4.
Mm-hmm.
How many?
I could probably let about 8 off my hands right now. I have to have some extra so I can replicate them.
How many extra? You said how many you would be able to spare though?
8 total.
8?
Yep.
So 32 gold.
Indeed.
Well, Sarah, if you would like a couple for your bag, that would be great if you could ship a little for 2 of them at least.
Hold on. Let me look at what I got. If it's
I can
110,
afford all of this. I'm just trying to,
No, I know. I'm
share a
trying to.
little in that.
I'll make it easier for you. Yeah. And I would feel like an asshole if I just.
Sarah tosses 8 gold onto the table, along with your
Alright. 24.
24. Mm-hmm.
Alright.
You know.
The elf happily takes it and puts it in a little vault, a little safe in the corner. And from a cabinet up above on the back wall, he gets on his tiptoes and brings down a little carton of 10 potions. And takes 2 off, puts them back up into the cabinet, and hands you the remaining 8 on the tray. Here you go.
Alright, so this is a grater.
Yes, sir. I've
Alright.
tried my hands with superior, but I haven't quite got the right balance yet. Though I
Alright,
know with the right
so-
herbs I might be able to make superior at some point.
Alright, good deal. Sarah, you have 2 of them, right?
That's what he paid for. Or she paid for.
Alright, I was just making sure, talking to her. Alright. Any other potions you have in mind? Like, say,
No.
some juicing or something?
I'm
Not really.
actually working on some special potions right now. If you come back in a few days, I might have something for you.
I plan to
Okay.
be back in a few days for that work anyway.
All right, I'll see you then. He goes back to the back to work on the disease once more. Flashback to Kemper and Mordai.
To reality. Up
Alright.
the ghost gravity.
What do you mean reality? Yeah.
I think he just made an M&M.
Do you have any rations you could spare for me? I'm feeling a bit weak right now.
Famished.
Sure. I hand him the ration.
He eats it and afterwards feels at least strong enough to stand. And he uses the wall to help him and sticks out his hand as if offering a handshake.
I give him a nod, and I'll be like, I'll be back.
Oh, well,
I start heading towards the window.
the name's Phelan. I'd be more than happy to serve alongside you in whatever you're trying to do.
Good. Because that just might be the only way to freedom. And then I hop out the window and climb back up to the top of the roof.
Okay.
Fucking Robin Hood over here.
Alright, flash over to Mordai and Archie.
Well,
You
you know
walk-
what I'm doing.
you
I'm
walk-
knocking on the front door.
You knock on the front door. Nobody answers, but you notice the door's unlocked and you walk in. Inside, you see a little, almost guarded lobby-looking area. And you see 3 guards stationed in the room. You see 1 at a desk, and then 2 guarding, 1 each guarding 2 separate exits that lead further into the building.
I would like to look for the one who looks like he's actually running the show.
Roll me on perception.
Would that be more an investigation, though?
Nope.
Okay, that's only a 5. Damn it.
They
Okay.
they all look the same to you, except you notice one of them has an officer patch.
I'm going to go up to that one. Me
Okay.
and Archie, at least.
You walk up to the one with the patch, and it's the one behind the desk. You walk up to the desk, and Archie walks behind the desk and starts giving the soldier a massage, a shoulder massage.
What?
Interesting, Archie. But, is there like a chair I can pull up?
Across the room.
I'm gonna go grab the chair and, like, pull it up and sit in front of the desk. Hello. I'm here to talk a little bit of business with you.
Oh, this better be good. Just finished my lunch break, and I'm still hangry.
I'm going to pull out my coin pouch that I combined with Archie's, and I'm going to just, not visibly, I'm just going to shake it and shake it a bit while it's in my lap to stir up his attention.
You've piqued my
Does that
interest.
get your attention? Good. I'm looking for a bit of merchandise.
This isn't a gift shop, so I'm sorry. Can't really
Oh
sell you a
no,
pillow
I know
pet.
what type of shop this is.
This
Show
is more
me your
the
wares.
holding.
Wow.
This is more the holding of the merchandise. It's like a warehouse, and the stage is actually
Yes, I know what this is. Trust me, I've been in a few.
The
So,
warehouse, is that like a trailer?
you
It changes shape.
you think back in your memory and realize that you actually, in fact,
got
have
the
not
joke.
been in a few.
bitch, you don't know that.
I know, I'm just messing
Look,
with
I
you.
love the fact you got that joke set up.
So,
Archie, while rubbing the guard's
Um,
shoulders, bends down and whispers, "Looks like it's an offer you can't refuse."
My
Is he
God.
Dr.
My
Goldfingering it?
God.
I'm willing to do a little more under the table, trade if you're willing
Bow,
to.
chicka, bow.
I'll,
If you're willing to make the deal.
I'd be more than happy to give you a VIP tour if you give each of us 50 gold pieces.
Huh.
50 gold, really?
Each.
That's 100 total.
That's
Yeah,
150 total.
Yes.
Wait, ooh, 3 of you,
How about
right?
this? I'm going to, while showing my whole pouch, I'm going to put 1 platinum on the table.
Oh.
Now.
I only asked for 150 gold, but I'll take that.
Oh, no, no, no,
What'd you
no.
give him? Wait, what did you give him?
This is for whatever I buy as well. And if there needs to be more,
How,
there will be more. But do not try and play me for a fool.
how about that 1 plat, and I give you a free gift out of the merchandise?
I get to pick.
Alright. Sounds like
If
a
he's
deal to
giving
me.
him 1 plat, it's technically not a free gift. He's still paying for it. It's merchandise.
You,
Yeah, he is,
he-
technically.
he-
Yeah, that right.
It could be a major gratuity.
He takes the plat and gestures to the guard on your right, and the guard says, "Rank this wave, sir."
Oh my god, what you buying?
What you buying? What
I
you
stand
selling?
up and I follow him.
You find
Can I
yourself
get a
going
little
down.
less creep with that rate?
You find yourself going down a hallway with little lighting besides some natural slits coming with light coming through in each cell, and then a couple overhanging torches.
I'm walking with my hands behind my back, just not fully on my halberd, but just enough that in case anything happens.
All right.
So you're critiquing
Wow.
the wares,
You
but
get
looking.
you get about 15 feet down to a cell on the right, and he says, "Here's specimen number 1. Give me an investigation check."
Oh. Will do. Okay, that's a 23.
You see inside a fairly skinny human female that looks to be about 5'4",
Ooh.
with brown hair and green eyes.
Healthy specimen.
Looks like she's experienced a little bit of starvation, but otherwise, it's pretty standard.
Concepts are rolling.
No interesting features besides just looking human.
You see a couple scars on her arms, but besides that, nothing. Would you like to explore the other options, sir?
Yes, I will.
You, you
Multi-subject.
keep going down, this time about 20 feet, and to the left, he stops you at another cell. Here's exhibit number 2. Roll me another investigation.
Sidebar, Kemper, I have idea. You want a revolution?
Inside, you
We
see,
can't hear you,
in
because we're not here.
inside the
Yeah, I know, that's why I said sidebar.
inside of the cell,
Message me.
you see
Mm-hmm.
you see a dwarf. He's more widely built than he is
Tall, even for a
round,
dwarf.
or like he's not
Sturdy.
he's bulky, but
He's drum-chested, basically.
yeah, there you go. But upon watching him walk around the cell, you see him stumble and fall a lot, leading you to believe he's either a little disoriented in the head or just clumsy altogether.
Clumsy dwarf.
Ready to see the next option?
Yes.
You go down and you hit a curve in the hallway, and you find yourself going down another row of cells. He stops you about 5 feet in on one on the right and says, "Here you go. Here's option number 3. What could be behind door number 3, you might ask?"
That's not as good. That's a 16.
Inside, you see a fairly muscular orc, about 6'10", almost 7 feet.
Ooh.
He's a big boy.
Hey, big guy.
With sizable muscles.
Ooh.
He seems to be sitting in the corner with what looks to be like a recent meal that he just enjoyed.
Archie, what do you think of this one?
Well, what is your goal of buying one of these?
At the moment, I'm just looking for a bit of carrying capacity.
Well, obviously, considering this is a muscular orc that's about as tall as your elemental friend, I would say that he's got quite a carrying capacity on him.
We'll keep this one in mind.
Aww.
Time for option number 4.
And you, God,
Fucking weevil.
you better
God
not
damn
be
it.
showing me the weaker merchandise. I did pay a fair, handsome fee to get in here.
Unfortunately, our quote-unquote what you call merchandise stock is a little low currently. I'm just trying to show you the best of what we have to offer, with plenty of variety in between.
Very well. Show me the next one.
You
Oh
go
my
down
God.
almost to the
I
end of
just
the
did.
hall, and he stops you on another cell to the right.
14.
You see twin goblins running around, stacking on top of each other, just overall playing. They seem to work
Hey.
pretty well together, but beyond that, you're not too sure about them.
Worker force.
Interesting. I didn't know you kept goblin children as well.
Oh, they're not children. We strictly forbid that unless they killed somebody. That's pretty much the only criteria for locking up children in here. We usually like to wait till they're adults. Feels better that way.
Surprising that even you have a conscience. Interesting. Is that all you have at the current moment?
Really a person to judge?
We have one more around the corner if you're interested, but
Well,
Look at all
are
your
you going
options.
to show me it?
sure. He takes you around another curve, and you find yourself down a third set of cells. He stops you about halfway, and on the cell to on the left, he says, "Here's specimen number 5. Save the best for last, as they say."
Indeed. Indeed.
Inside, you see an extremely muscular, 8 foot tall, basically, you can't really tell exactly what it is, but you can tell it is built.
Humanoid?
Humanoid features, but how similar to a human, you're not sure.
Can I squint my eyes and try again?
Nope.
Damn
Well,
it.
time to make a decision. What's it gonna be?
You paid enough for a couple.
Archie, what do you think of this one?
Yeah. There you
Let
go.
Archie roll Archie roll an investigation real quick.
Watch him get a fucking 1.
I'm trying to find, here it is. Oh, this better work.
Did you say 8 foot tall?
Well,
That's,
I'm rolling for
oh,
Archie.
that's a +8.
Yeah,
God.
I'm rolling for Archie, and also
Oh.
I out of combat you don't control that stuff because I have custom stats for him.
Okay.
Well,
The NPC character.
I can't see much because, I mean, his back is facing towards us. And he's laying down in the corner. Can't really get a good look.
Could you get his attention? I want a better look at this one. He
The
intrigues
guard
me.
grabs his club and bangs on the bars and yells, "Hey you! Wake up!" Nothing happens. He bangs again. "Hey! Hey you, Dweebo! Wake up!" Nothing happens. So he unlocks the cell
Relax.
and walks in
I'm stepping back.
and begins to poke the creature.
Oh
Nothing
my
happens.
God.
Well, he turns around and says, "Well, I guess he's dead." The creature gets up and begins to choke the guard and throws him against the wall as the guard collapses unconscious. "No,
Hello.
tell me, are you gonna stand in my way?"
Oh no, the door is right open for you, but I should let you know there's about 2 or 3 of them left.
"Oh,
You're free to go.
oh, I know my way around here just fine. I've been here long enough anyway."
Yeah.
Eh,
Do you
he-
mind opening a couple of cells down the way, though? The more the merrier, I say.
Considering that you're not trying to keep me here, I'll open one for you. But after that, I'm leaving.
Might want to open up the orc cell. He could be a good companion for you going down the line.
Oh, wait. You think I'm sticking with you?
Oh no.
Okay.
Did I say with me? I have no interest in you.
Good. You lead him down to the orc cell, and he practically just bends the bars enough so the orc can get out.
Where am I as all this is going on?
You're still on the roof. Basically, while this is going on, you've been talking to the guy. That's the timeline.
But like I've climbed out the window.
And you
Yeah, at
haven't.
the end of his conversation.
You haven't quite yet.
Mhm.
This is what's going on right now is going on at the same time as you being in the window.
Simultaneous.
This is like,
Yes.
oh, okay. So
But
This
it's
is like,
happening at the
this is
same
like a
time.
way
Got
out kind of situation going on.
Got it.
Got
it.
Alright.
The orc steps out, and the other humanoid looks at you and says, "I'm off," and runs down the hallway, and not to be seen again.
Well, Mr. Orc, or whichever you are, I'm not really familiar with orc biological whatever.
Wow.
You have your freedom.
Wow.
Good luck out there.
Oh my God.
Are you my
They're
mom?
Achilles. Oh my God.
Oh my, no,
I'll
I'm
take him.
of the male
Oh, it's
persuasion.
been so long.
Great.
I will
You're not,
pay.
This target's
I
so
am- you're-
stupid
you're
that
not
it.
getting any of these people.
Your target is so stupid that it cannot be affected by
I
persuasion.
refuse.
Oh dear lord.
Great, a big
Mommy, you
more.
came for me at last! Yay! As he attempts to hop
I will
into your,
pay you,
as he
handsome.
appears to,
I will pay.
as he attempts to leap into your arms, trying to be nurtured, and just knocks you over in the process.
Bloody hell! God,
Yay,
off me, you blubbering
Mommy,
buffoon!
let's go adventuring together!
Wow.
Archie, darling, could you get some off of me?
Archie goes by. I like this guy.
No, just have
Archie, Archie lifts up the orc
Mordai.
and cradles him and begins to try to rock him to sleep.
Mordai.
Thank you.
Wait, what?
I will pay you for this guy.
Bloody hell,
All right,
dumpling
all right.
fucking orcs.
I'll carry him from here on out.
Aww.
Let's.
I'm not letting Cadmius get his hands on any of these guys.
You doing anything else?
Why? That's a
Do you have any other plans, Mordai?
What the hell?
I suppose now that our escort is indisposed, close the cell and let's keep walking.
The cell's
should
bars are
look to the
bent,
weekend.
so he doesn't have to close. So he doesn't have to close.
No,
it.
I'm talking about the one that the other thing came out of.
You
The
walk
one with
all the way
guard.
halfway
Big
across
credit.
the building, and you go
I'm gonna
close that
take
cell.
his keys first.
You take his keys.
Taking his keys so he can't just open it up and be like, what the fuck did y'all do?
You take his keys and
Going
shut the
to-
cell.
Make my way further in, seeing what I can find.
Walking
You've already seen everything the DM is going to allow you to find.
Okay. I'm going to make my way out and tell them that I found my... found the one that I want for the moment.
Ah, so you chose Greg the Orc. What a fascinating choice.
Trust me, I didn't want to. He seems to have imprinted on me.
Oh yeah, he's one of our favorites. He
you're gonna be
grows on
alive.
you quick.
Sadly, it seems that way.
Wouldn't let-
All right. What are you doing? Are you leaving now with your orc?
Yes.
All right. You walk out the front door, and Kemper goes. Or you wanted to go into the hole in the ceiling, right?
Yeah, it's what I
Right.
wanted to do.
You hop into the hole in the ceiling, and
As
So
I-
I guess
as
we're
I say
converging
that-
at the house.
As I
Mordai.
say that, hold on. As I do that, I want to say this. Looks like they forgot to reinforce the hatch.
No,
you
crikey.
look at it closer and realize it's less of a hatch and more of just a hole in the ceiling that they neglected.
Come on, you of all people should have gotten it.
I didn't.
I didn't.
Rainbow.
Oh,
Dicks.
Oh, fuck.
I got it. I
I
was
wasn't
waiting for
sure.
other people to get it.
you
I wasn't sure.
you hop into the hole and realize you find yourself in a storage room of some sort. It looks like it stores dried fruits, meats, basically just rations to feed the slaves as they sit in here rotting
Toss
away.
that food down.
All right, so repeat what you said.
When you hop in the hole, you find
beginning?
yourself in a old storage room that looks to hold different dried fruits, meats, basically things to feed the slaves
Oh,
as they
okay,
rot away in the
got it.
prison.
Toss
Okay.
the food.
Are there any doorways?
You see one at the end of the room, and next to it, or on the wall adjacent to it, a window streaming in light towards the door.
Fuck. Sorry.
Windows streaming in light.
That's how you're seeing it. It's like
Okay.
sort of dim light.
Where are your rolls at?
I guess I'll go through it.
You go through the door, and you find yourself in a what looks to be security checkpoint. You can tell that by now you're on the back end of the building, and in front of you you see 3 levers.
Okay. 3 levers.
I don't care how this goes down as long as I don't almost get drowned again.
You're not with them, don't worry.
Okay, good.
And I'll keep you from drowning, I got you. Even though you don't like me, apparently.
Are there any, like, labels on the levers?
There are no labels on the levers. You assume that most guards are trained to know what those levers are before they begin working.
Okay, alright. Well, you know what? I had to ask.
Advice? Maybe you should look for wear patterns on the levers if the guards use them.
Well, I mean, they're levers, man.
Mm-hmm. I'm
And,
pretty sure there would be...
I'm pretty sure each of them serve a purpose.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like, I'm pretty sure they'd be used pretty equally. But, anyway.
Well, never mind then. My advice is...
I don't know.
right
Fine.
there.
Let me see. I'll let me make a perception check on the levers. Why not? That's 20.
You look at the levers and you notice 2 of them are... The one on the left and the one on the right are fairly worn down from use, while the middle one looks like it hasn't even been used yet at all.
Well, that obviously means pull the middle one, right?
Alright.
You pull the middle... Are you committing to pulling the middle one?
I'm not.
Okay.
Not yet. Is there... Describe the room to me again.
You walk in, it looks to be a security checkpoint. You see a table in the corner and 3 levers in front of you.
Table in the corner and levers in front of me. Okay. I'll pull the one on the right. Let's see what happens if I do that.
You pull the one on the right, and you see a hatch in the corner open up on the floor.
Hatch in the corner? Okay. Can I look through the hatch?
Did I say on the floor? I meant on the wall in front of you. Ugh, God, I'm just getting tired.
Oh. Can I look through the hatch still?
You realize that you go over and look at the opening of the hatch and realize that it slides to the left and basically opens up the whole wall in front of you.
Oh.
Upon looking out, you notice that you basically get a nice little overlay of all of the cells in the building.
Okay. See, what happens if I pull the left one, then?
Alright. You pull the left one, and you see multiple holes above the cells open up, and multicolored confetti rains down from
Oh my god.
the ceilings. Out of a different door in the room to the right, a guard comes barging through with what looks to be some kind of primitive megaphone and yells, "We have made our final sale!" And then realizes that there are still plenty of cells filled with slaves.
Shit, dude.
Wow.
You just made somebody feel hella awkward.
The guard looks at the guard looks at you like a what are you doing here kind of face, just overall confused. What do you do?
Can I try?
Shit.
Can I try to convince him that I'm taking over his position?
Sure.
Alright. Okay, well, that went about as well as I thought it'd go. So, we're gonna have to resort to something else.
What is it?
He got a 3.
It's a 3.
Is there a modifier?
Okay, 4.
Oh yeah, he's. I mean, yeah. You're not looking like someone who would be a guard here. You look much too creative.
Alrighty then.
That's
Well
a
then,
that's a statement on the job.
Look, just don't free the prisoners, okay? I'm just gonna go back to bed. And walks through the door, shuts it,
Kev, what do you want to do?
and basically just leaves.
Actual stuff.
Well, managed to fucking do that.
I want to pull that lever again.
You're gay.
You pull the
Your
lever.
action.
I don't know. Shut up,
You
shut
pull
up.
you
I
pull the
don't want to do it
lever,
again.
and no confetti falls. But this time you realize the guard is thrown, slingshotted from his bed through the door with a megaphone, yelling, "We have made our final sale!" Oh God, it's you again!
My god. Your
Stop
temper is officially
pulling that lever!
I didn't want to do it again.
Well, then don't pull it, and then you won't have to worry about it.
Where you at?
He goes through the remains of what used to be
I
the
was-
door and lays back down in a separate bed.
Pull it again.
Okay, apparently I can't even joke about pulling it again.
Pull
or-
it
or
again, I
it'll-
dare you. I double dog dare you. Because I had this already written. I already had this written
No,
if you pull the
you
lever multiple
don't.
times.
You don't.
Oh,
Do it,
God.
I dare you. I
I'll
entirely... Yeah.
Pull it one more time.
You pull it
Yeah.
one last time to just test to see what happens. And this time it feels as if like a pressure plate goes off. Switching the mechanics to the bed the guard is currently sleeping on. This time, confetti falls down inside of the sleeping quarters, and the guard is launched out of the bed through the wall to the outside of the prison. Launched.
Oh my god.
Well, we have a
away
way
or
out
so.
now. Kill the man.
Through the hole in the wall, you hear a faint yell. We have made a final sale as he collapses.
Think.
I feel bad now.
Good
Why
job.
did you make me do that?
Good job,
I
Kemper.
had that written in. I didn't want it to go to waste. It just
Good
felt so
job, Kemper.
good.
I approve.
It's not. Oh man.
What did he do?
He
He
launched
fucking launched the poor
Catapulted the
guard.
poor tired guard right out the wall.
Damn.
I approve.
I pulled the middle one.
You pull the middle one, and every single cell door opens simultaneously.
You see why I wasn't used that much.
Yeah, I figured. I figured that was the one I was looking for. That's why
You
I saved it
you
last.
see different sorts of creatures starting to stumble out of their cages, kind of confused as to what's going on,
Oh no.
and begin charging towards the front door, which is directly below you. What do you do?
Am I still there?
You're just outside.
Yeah, you're there.
Oof.
Are you gonna come to the house?
I was gonna go.
Is there a megaphone or anything?
You see
Yeah,
besides
you just
the
launched it out
spring,
the house.
you see besides the springboard bed, the megaphone that the man used It appears inside the sleeping quarters. There's a megaphone next to each bed in case there were multiple final sales being made.
Several springboards too.
You also notice that
Alright.
there seems to be a magnet attached to the megaphone so that anytime a guard is launched, the megaphone attaches to the guard's hand.
You're a terrible fucking person. Oh my
Wow.
god.
I approve.
Okay, so will this megaphone reach to everybody in the cells?
Yes, except for one.
It's for one?
Yep.
Okay.
They are currently halfway to the front door.
Alright, well, I want to make a quick statement.
You gotta get their attention first.
I mean, I'm pretty sure the cell's opening got their attention already.
Yeah, but they haven't seen
Yeah, I'm pretty
Kemper
sure.
yet.
Attention all prisoners.
They all stop in their tracks
Or,
about
late for a matter.
they all stop in their tracks about 20 feet from the front door.
You're all free, indeed. But you see... Fucking hell. Damn it, dude.
It's okay, take your time. They're not too bright anyway.
Why am I like... Ugh. It's too late for this. Alright. Attention all prisoners. There is a gruesome king in our midst. A cruel leader. And he's here to take more and more from us. If each and every one of you craves freedom, then don't just fight for your escape here. Fight
Oh,
along
God.
with me.
Are you really giving the whole freedom speech?
As you say those
Because
words,
if you make it out of this building, they're going to capture you again. And your heads will be the ones rolling.
Oh
But
my
if you fight with
God.
me, I can guarantee that each and every one of you, that each and every one of us will be able to create a better city.
Oh my
you
God.
hear one human towards the back yell, "So are you trying to make the kingdom great again?"
Why did you have to go and do it? I was liking his speech so
I was
much.
hoping that's what he was gonna
My
do.
I
speech
was
was
kind
shit.
of hoping. I'm kind of glad he threw
As-
a wrench in it because that got way too fucking.
As you
Freedom
finish those
fighter-y for
words,
me.
you see a pretty large orc climb into the hole in the wall and walk up and gesture as if to ask for the megaphone.
Is it Greg?
It's Greg. It's
Is it Greg?
it's Greg.
God damn it.
Oh no.
It's
Are
Greg.
they?
Oh
He
no.
looks at you with big eyes. He goes, "Please."
No, bro.
I give it to
I'm
him
so done.
reluctantly.
Look, all my fellow prison mates. We kill bad king. We feel good and be free. King bad, we kill. Then we make good king, like me, Greg the Old.
Like me.
Deal?
Okay.
And after yelling that, the general crowd just looks sort of confused, but understands the message well enough, and
Greg.
Slow nods begin to surface, and then a few claps, then a few shouts, and soon enough you have your own small army of riled up slaves at your disposal.
Greg, come back down. It's not safe up there.
Greg passes you back the megaphone, walks over to the hole, says, "Okay, mommy," and attempts to jump in your arms once more, but misses.
Archie, catch him, please, dear God!
You see...
Alright, Kempa, looking distracted, gives... Okay.
Sorry, I was just going to give you a tidbit of information. You look and see in the front of the group seems to be what that same man that you talked to earlier. He seems to be kind of the ringleader of the whole operation, and gestures to you and says, "So, noble leader, what now?"
Well then. So far, this whole city is full of people fearful of this king. We're gonna need to change that. If you want more information, and if you agree with my demands, I tell them to head to our I guess lonely cabin.
Okay.
Yeah. To meet at the cabin.
The slaves all leave out the front door and begin following the directions that you gave them.
Alright.
You meet Mordai out front, and what are you doing from there?
Greg, darling, you are the most idiotic, stupid, oversized bag of muscles I've ever fucking met.
I didn't understand most of that, but I heard oversized and muscles. So thanks, Mom.
Not your mother. Not your mother.
Okay, Mom, whatever you say. As long as I don't have to put up the laundry tomorrow.
Let's go get you some better clothes. You're fucking half naked anyway.
Aw, thanks, Mom. You're the best.
Not your mother.
That's funny, Mom. You used to say the same thing when I was a baby.
You know, I would have to say I think you can keep him. That's quite amusing just to listen to you suffer.
You wanted you wanted someone to carry your stuff, someone loyal. You got that.
There you go.
Fuck you.
And you dared to call me a genie. You got exactly what you wished for.
Fine.
Hi, big hunter guy. You're pretty cool. My name's Greg. Thanks for the megaphone.
Hello, Kempa. We have a new recruit among the party. He thinks I'm his mother.
Oh, you're a motherfucker. I doubt you're his
Making
mother.
that joke again, Mom. That's funny.
Well then. Me and your mother need to
Fuck
speak
you.
privately.
Okay, I sit over here.
Right there.
He takes a seat on the edge of the stage.
So, it seems your plan was a success.
So far. We still have an entire city full of guards and an entire castle that we need to somehow get through. And now, on top of that, we have an army to lead. We
have
an army to lead. Understand that?
Yes, and I don't know why you
Are
don't
you
think I
guys
would
back
be
at the house or
helping.
what's going
We're
on?
still in the fucking place, I assume.
They're still
We
in
haven't
the
left yet.
they're still in the slave market square where the stage is.
Lovely.
So, I presume the next stage in our plan is we need to find a way to get those slaves back on their feet and blend in a little bit until the time is right.
Some simple clothing and a couple of makeovers, and that
Are
should
you sure
work.
Dumb and Dumber would fucking blend in?
We also need to see who of the prisoners are
Capable
have an
minded.
attribute or adept in fighting.
True.
It
That is
appears
We're
I'm gonna
definitely
need
true.
gonna
to
need
find a
that.
servant elsewhere.
And yes, we have to deal with Greg
Also,
and his mother.
don't hurt that poor orc, please. I just feel nothing but pity for him.
I'm not going to hurt him. Trust me. I'm not that cruel of a person.
Roll me a perception, Kemper.
Uh,
Oh god.
Goddamn with
got
the
a one.
ones,
Oh,
my
God.
dude.
I know.
Mordai,
this
roll
just
me a
give lots of-
perception.
Wow. You motherfuckers don't say shit.
Neither of you notice what Greg is mumbling to himself.
Greg,
What about
darling,
my
what are
falcon?
what are you saying?
You didn't notice, dude.
What'd your falcon get?
My falcon. That would.
Is Archie gonna make a roll?
It's a 13, but I don't know. Actually, I don't even know the
Archie's
stats
about
of
to
my
fucking
falcon.
disappear.
Archie didn't hear it.
Yeah, he could.
Archie's
I don't know
like,
the
it's
Alright,
stats
roll.
of
coming,
my
coming.
falcon actually, but
Uh,
I rolled a 13.
Yeah, that passes. You get like I think like that kind of bird gets like a +5 to perception or something like that. It's
because fucking keen
It's,
sense.
it's something like that.
Yeah. We'll just
Yeah, keen sense.
Yeah.
Which,
I think it's something like 5 or 6. The falcon notices that Greg
Wow.
seems to be muttering something somber and sad to himself, but can't really make out exactly what he's talking about. It relays the fact that Greg is muttering something to you.
you muttering something to me?
Muttering something to himself, but the falcon makes
okay.
you aware of it.
Okay. Alright, so let's head back to the cabin before the rest of the guys get over there, because they're gonna need further instructions.
Indeed. Greg,
So,
come
I start
along.
rushing back.
Same. Fucking genie.
I mean, you never said he had to be smart.
I gave you the best thing possible. A perfectly loyal, stupidly strong friend to keep with you.
Stupid!
This is almost... What's his intelligence? Like zero?
As
Just
you're,
straight
as you're walking towards the cottage,
Fucking
Mordai
Archie.
notices Greg is muttering something to himself once again. Also, Archie vanishes in a ploof of smoke.
Yeah, I figured like by the time you would have started walking, you would have been ink.
As you're walking, Archie looks over at you and says, Mr. Mordai, I don't feel so
Yeah,
good.
Sachi.
I don't feel so good. And he dissolves
you.
away
God damn it.
into parchment.
Thank you, Archie. You're a good friend.
In your head, you hear, "You're welcome, buddy. I had fun."
Well, that guy's a comedian. Can I say to
yes.
Mordai?
Archie's interesting. Good
Oh, I'm glad you
companion,
think
though.
he's interesting. DM note. Anyway, like I said, on your way back to the cottage, you hear Greg once again sadly muttering to himself.
Greg,
I ask him
what are you
if he's
saying?
alright.
Oh, Greg's not supposed to talk about this, but since you asked Mom, I'll tell you. I don't want to lie to my mom. The curse. The curse leaves me like this.
Curse? What curse, Greg?
The mean lady. She said I came too close to her house and that I trespassed, and before I even knew it, I was cursed.
So
Oh,
she apparently cursed you in the head with a baseball bat.
oh. I don't want to be like this, Mom. Please help me.
Somebody
Don't make
got
me
put
care
in a
about him.
curse.
Don't make me care about him. Don't make me fuck.
Oh, shit. I saw it coming.
Mhm.
He's gonna
So
fall
we
in
are
love
back
with the
at the
heart of
house.
gold.
Please.
Greg?
You have to protect me, Mom. She said she'd hurt me if I mentioned it.
Okay,
Greg,
so
I will
Are they at-
try and
are they at
protect
the
you.
house?
I ask him, what lady?
She was a mean lady. I was walking outside Mom's house and trying to find food, and I saw a small hut with an open door, and I thought maybe I could find something for my family to eat, and she was just there all of a sudden, and I don't know, she was just so mean.
I'm going to assume hag.
Sounds like it.
Mm-hmm.
Some type of sorcery.
Now, I never did get the recap. Did they make it back to the house?
It's your boss.
Yeah.
They just arrived.
Yeah.
So question,
Alright.
is everyone else, or not everyone
Yeah.
else, but is Cadmius
Are the
and
two
Sarah
of us
and
back
Valon?
at least?
Yes, you
Yes,
arrived
you know,
back
after
before they did.
Alright, it's a longer distance.
You walk
Right.
you walk inside to see a very, very crowded cottage with creatures of all different
Oh wait,
shapes and
they're all
sizes.
inside?
Yeah, they left before you.
Well, I was hoping they'd wait outside or something. Okay.
Okay, wait a minute. If we were right before them, hell no. I'm stuck in this crowded ass house with all these motherfuckers. Get the hell out of my way.
You walk inside and see all these different creatures of different shapes and sizes inside. And in the corner you see in the kitchen the same man that you talked to in the cell discussing with Cadmius.
Mm-hmm. Discussing what?
Just the current situation. He lets you know that that the man with the bow, considering that he never learned his name, set him and his friends free in an attempt to buy their freedom with revolution, and that since they had nowhere else to go, the man with the bow offered them to stay at the cottage until they had a plan.
Alright.
And sidebar, for being
Yeah,
honest,
yeah.
while I was saying Greg's thing, I actually started tearing up. I felt bad for the character I
I
created.
felt bad for him as well. I was
Oh my
totally
God.
bad. I was totally bad because
Wow.
I was like, motherfucker.
Wow.
You
I
motherfucker.
suddenly actually feel bad because I don't give a fuck.
I was like Minecraft oofing. I was like,
Like, I didn't even bat an eyelash. I'm sorry.
That's fine.
alright.
Oh,
Okay. Sorry.
As I enter
Yeah.
as I enter the cabin, I try to spot Cadmius because as quick as possible because I figure he's gonna be the one most angry about
Do you
this.
want to?
You see him.
She.
you see
Oh,
him
yeah,
in the
mine.
kitchen.
Alright, I rush over to Cadmius real quick. I'm like, hey,
Upon arriving to Cadmius, you see
yes,
he's
this
accompanied
is
by
my
the
doing.
man.
Alright, well, I grab her and pull her to the side. I was like, okay, yes, this is my doing. And no, I am not sorry. And 3, just hang on. Alright? Just give this like a couple minutes. I'll take care of it.
You have motherfuckers who are
Try not
probably
to
like
eat
a
anyone.
week from dying.
Okay. Try not to eat anyone, or murder anyone, or steal anyone.
Or be
What do you
you.
mean steal anyone? How am I going to steal
Did you know exactly
someone?
what we mean when you
I
say
could
steal
pick you
someone?
up and steal you, sure.
Point exactly.
Shush you. You were in on this too, I bet.
Yes and no. Mostly yes. I was doing my own thing, to be honest. Oh yes, meet Greg.
Uh-huh.
Hello.
This is that motherfucker who's about my size, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I at first thought you were quite decent because you were a big motherfucker, but then you had to open your mouth.
I'm a nice
I'm-
guy. Let's be
Greg,
friends.
I'm gonna like pat him on the chest. Greg, darling, go play with the others. Don't hurt anybody.
Okay. He goes into the living room where everyone else is located.
Oh my dear. By the
You hear
fucking
the lamp
gods.
break.
So I turn over to the other guy who was speaking with Cadmius, and I
Okay, so
officially
you
shake
guys
his hand.
just you guys just sucked us all in on this shit without even asking.
The name's
Yes.
the name's Phelan. Thank you for expediting this whole operation.
Mordai,
Well, I'm glad you
you
came.
better make me a damn decent site for this bullshit.
I have a question
Better
Just
keep them
drag us along.
for you there.
What is it?
Do you know any of these guys?
A few. I've
Any one of them at all?
mostly ones from my cell block that I was located in, but I'm at least familiar with
D&D
most.
block.
Time
Any
out
of
real
these
quick.
guys you know to be good?
Time out real quick. I'm gonna take off my jacket.
Alright.
Sure.
Wait
Alright,
a minute.
sorry about that, much
Wait a
better.
minute. Kemper, I know what you're about to ask. If anyone's capable of fighting, I want to know if anybody's has an attunement. I don't care how frail they are, I can fix that.
Alright. What were you asking?
First of all, Cadmius, I just broke these people out of being slaves against their will.
Hey, this is all voluntary.
We are
Don't
not
you dare
forcing
give
them
me
back
that
in.
speech. Don't give me that speech. It's an offer.
I am not going to allow it.
Collaborative work. I fix. Hence, collaborative.
Yeah, well, making a deal with you is like making a deal with the devil.
Oh, me.
Wow. Yeah, and
You
you
hear
want to complain
Greg-
to me? I offered to trade him this.
You hear Greg in the next room over go, ooh!
And you're really okay with that thing loving on him? and I'm just
I
trying
mean,
to
if
talk
Mordai's
business.
okay with it.
Did they made it back to the house?
Really?
Right?
What if they're
Mhm.
okay with making business
I'm going
with me?
over to Greg.
What is your
Fine.
rating?
If they're okay with making business with you, that's fine.
Then
But
find me
first-
someone with an attunement.
Okay,
I'm
go
not
do
gonna
that.
let you scam anybody into anything.
Ah, but, dude, why do you consistently slander me? I've been nothing but nice to you. What? Where did this come from?
Yes, and I've been nothing but nice to you. But you just are not the nicest person. I'm being honest.
He's not
Just
wrong.
because somebody deals with necrotic doesn't mean that they're not
Shut up,
nice.
neither are you, Mordai.
Oh, I know I'm not nice.
Mm-hmm. Same. I have principles, however. I
I
can
mean,
be
I don't
nice.
think
You
he's
don't have to
ever
be
shown
good to be
any
nice.
sort of. I don't think he's shown any sort of like reason to be worried. Like he's given us no no real reason at all for us
Have
to
you
give
been
him
observant
this
at
much
all?
skepticism. Words.
For what?
What do you? Okay, give me a reason why you bring upon this suspicion of him.
He says in multiple occasions that he has no actual emotions and that he shares none, and in other words, would lead him to condone the idea of re-entering these people back into slavery.
Look, I might have emotional failings. It does not mean I don't have any.
Look, if you want to make a deal, that's up with you and the person, but if so help me if I see you forcing anybody in anything, I will not fret to put an arrow in you.
Runneth up. I just want to talk shop. Where the fuck is this come from?
Anyway, that was a much longer discussion that really didn't need.
I know it didn't need, but I'm still kind of like, what the fuck, dude?
Sorry that the stern person had to get stern with you.
Unfoundedly.
Kemper's a nice guy, but he's not gonna fucking just stand idly by.
See, everybody keeps going with the slavery
He's already
thing.
had several people lie to him, and he's super skeptical of both you and him, and both you and Mordai.
Who's
It's because I'm a tiefling.
Look, I have my
yes,
means.
or maybe the fact that you have a sinister outlook towards most things. Sure. Okay.
See,
It's
look,
definitely
just-
because you're a tiefling.
I have means to ends. Sometimes the means mean I'm nice to people. I'm not
Anyway.
lying to you.
I wanna get on, or I wanna move on. So, I turn over and I handshake the other guy.
Old dude.
Keep forgetting his name. What's his
Phelan.
name?
Phelan.
Phelan.
F-A-H-A-E-L-Y-N. Phelan.
Alright. And I tell him my name's Kemper.
Pleasure's all mine.
And I ask him, do you know if any of these guys are capable fighters?
Oh,
Any?
well, from what I've seen, whenever they've tried to escape, there's a few of them that have taken down a couple guards on the way out. I can't imagine what they could do with actual weapons in their hands.
Good.
You see that?
Okay, then.
You see that dwarf over there?
The
stock
drum-chested one.
Yes, stocky, short, but definitely stocky and drum-chested, as you said. He is. He comes from a long line of legendary smiths who use the ancient dwarven forges to create some of the best weapons this world has ever known.
I elbow Mordai.
Oh no, I was already thinking of that.
Okay, so after that, after that, I want to ask him if any of them are magically attuned.
All right. In response, he thinks for a minute, and he recalls that the human woman that's fairly short, about 5'4", with the one with brown hair and emerald eyes, always mentioned a dagger that she was deeply connected to. Whether that was a magical attunement kind of connection or just a type of heirloom connection, I'm unsure, but it's still worth checking out.
Alright.
I would say so.
And as you can see,
I look over to Cadmius and I say, there. Happy now?
And he wasn't finished. And as you can see, out of some of the cellmates, a couple of them are magical creatures themselves. You should talk to them. You never know what you might find out.
Alright.
Yeah, I look over to him and I say, there. Happy now? That works for me. And then I turn around and I walk inside the living room, I guess.
Okay.
Because that's where everybody else is, right?
Mm-hmm.
So.
You walk into the living room and you see that everybody has pretty much taken up any seating space there was in the living room. You count and get a rough estimate of about 30 of them, all just squeezing in together inside this, let's just say, humble abode. What do you do?
I say, listen up, everyone. So, here's the plan. Right now, we don't have much ground. We're in difficult stance right now, and we don't have leverage. I mean, one would say that the cards are absolutely stacked against us. But, so there's a couple things I'm going to ask of you. If you consider yourself to be a strong, capable fighter, and are more than willing to take up arms alongside me, say aye.
About 80% of them say aye.
Good.
Well, Mr. Revolutionary, I think you have the attention.
So right now, I'm gonna need every one of you, and we're gonna need every one of you to blend in a little bit, because this isn't going to work. Considering the guards are probably going to look for you all, and they're not going to be too keen on most of their fortune being gone.
Yeah, that one guard made a plat. He's pretty happy. I'm just kidding.
Well. So right now, our goal is to lie low until we can get everyone outfitted with weapons and gear. And step by step at a time, we're gonna try and turn this city against this king. Because if we're being realistic here, he's the reason you are all imprisoned.
The ragtag group of captured mercenaries, poor, destitute people who are seeking refuge, a few magical creatures that seem to be, based on your initial reading of them, kind-spirited, just wrong place, wrong time. All look at you with almost a fire in their hearts, slowly building up. They finally are just beginning to understand the potential of the revolution ahead of them and are slowly becoming more eager to begin a kingdom anew.
Alright. So, I say for now, spend the next couple minutes getting to know each other. Because, this is gonna be a long ride.
Cause shit's about to get real.
As you
I
finish
can't
saying
believe
that,
something.
the woman that...
Am I still wandering around town trying to find food?
I forgot about that.
I just thought about that.
I love how he comes back in at that point and he's just like, am I still looking for food?
He's still running around town.
You find an open-faced shop selling assorted meats, including turkey legs.
That is
No,
the best point
I
to come
don't
in.
want
Oh my
that.
god.
Oh
I
my
really
god,
want spaghetti.
Yeah, excuse me. Excuse me.
You keep walking down.
Okay,
You keep walking down the street, and you see this building with on top of it a rough rock statue of an overweight-looking shorter man with a mustache and a strange hat on. You walk.
I swear to God.
You walk up, and you see this man who looks like he should be a plumber instead of a cook, but here he is. And you walk, and he says, "You want some spaghetti?"
No,
Oh, no.
I don't. I want buttered toast.
I fucking hate you right
You
now,
leave,
bro.
you leave the building, and you see an old person on the street, and they say, "I smell toast," as they collapse.
Uh-oh, they had a
You
stroke.
Look
That
what
sucks.
you did.
Anything else you want to search for? Butterfly effect killer.
I would like to go get myself some bread and then I'll go back to the meat shop.
You go to a baker and you pick up a fresh loaf of what seems to be a French-inspired bread.
Thank you. And then I'm gonna go to a meat shop and I'm gonna have them shave me off a few layers of beef.
Alright.
Make me
And
want
I'm
to go
gonna
get my sandwich.
slice open the bread.
They don't have beef in this realm, but they give you the closest thing that you could imagine to it.
How do they not have beef? It's just cow.
I know. They don't have traditional cows in this realm. It's too cold for them.
Ugh. Alright.
Okay, you know that actually does make sense, you know.
Get wrecked.
I'm just gonna go home with this big ass fucking meat sandwich.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Please let me walk in the
Mordai, are
door
you
whilst
here?
eating the meat sandwich.
Now,
Oh yeah.
yeah, that'd
Okay.
be dope.
As Kemper finishes his closing statements, the human woman that Phelan described walks up to you and says, "Hello. I don't believe we've met."
Hello. I clear my throat a bit. I am Mordai al-Malik II, but you can just call me Mordai.
He wants some fuck.
Interesting name.
He introduced himself proper with full name. That means he wants some fuck.
My name's Desiree, but Des for short if you don't know.
I'm done.
Oh god.
I'm done.
Jesus.
Okay. Okay,
Are you
no.
sure she doesn't want some fuck?
She wants all the fuck.
The name is too hot.
She wants
For this
the
campaign.
tea.
Could you describe her for me?
Like I said, she's
He
about
already told
she's
you
about
that she was a
5'4"
brunette with green eyes.
She's about
And she
5'4",
Ooh, she's petite.
kind of soft,
Ooh.
like not super pale skin, but you get like sort of white, like not pale, but you know that like uncomfortable shade of white that's somewhere between like tan and albino, you know. It's like
Oh my god,
yeah.
she's a spitter.
with a few freckles.
Did you just?
Auburn hair that waves down past her shoulders with emerald eyes, looking up at you.
So, this is the chick from the first cell.
Uh-huh. It is indeed.
You said magic.
You said auburn hair?
Nope. Brown hair. She's a brunette.
That's
So
brunette.
what's her deal?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Where are me and Sarah in all this? Considering I guess
You're
Fallon
still in the
just
kitchen.
walked
You
in the
haven't.
door.
Both of you are in the kitchen. You haven't told me otherwise.
So,
I kind of got lost in all of this because it just keeps going. I'm like really trying to track it.
Yeah, I gotcha.
you, from what one of your comrades has told me, you have a bit of a affinity for a possibly magic dagger. Is that true?
Oh, already getting in on the deep questions already. Yes, it's a family heirloom of mine. Comes down from a long line of my ancestors. Some of the best battles have been fought with this dagger, but it really shines most when stabbed through the back, whether it be by spying or assassinating. This dagger has always been successful at taking down its target.
It is not armies of men, but one single artfully placed blade that wins the war.
I'm glad Cadmius gets the vibe.
Yeah, I got that.
I got it.
Interesting.
I think we all did.
As she says
So
that,
you have a bit of stealth to you. I like it.
You could say that. And as she says that, the dagger appears in her hand, as if it was bound to a person.
Well,
You like what you see?
that I was not expecting.
So your weapon can do that too.
You look at the dagger.
I walk over to them in their conversation.
You look at the dagger and you see the blade looks pretty standard, but inlaid in it seems to be a pearlescent metal that leaves designs that look wispy and branch out every inch of the way down to the end of the blade. As for the handle, it looks to be some kind of exotic leather wrapped around, artfully placed.
Cord wrapped around or scaled wrap?
Cord.
Okay.
Ooh.
Interesting. That will come in handy.
Yeah, not only that.
I'm assuming you
but
can't lose that blade.
No, but on top of that, I can make it appear in anyone's hand I wish.
Really?
Yeah. Just call it years.
Mordai is
of hard work.
in the back of his mind pondering things.
Yeah, he's thinking of being a dick.
No, I'm thinking of mass production.
And just as soon as she finishes saying that, the blade poops back out of existence. You're an interesting one, Mordai. I'll see you around. And she returns to the rest of
As
the...
are you.
And she returns to the prisoners in the living room. As she sits down in the living room, Volant busts through the door with a massive meat sandwich.
Oh, great, a mouthful of meat.
Shit.
What would you know, rock bitch?
Wow.
Bloody hell
What
have
is your
you been?
malfunction, you stone lobbing freaking dipstick?
Awfully bold of you to say I lob stones when you yourself are a walking lobbing stone. Ha ha
Your
ha.
entire race is a bunch of stick-swinging idiots.
You do
That's
realize you're
a
both
generic
yelling at each
presumption.
other across the room, right? In front of
Yes.
all
What's
these
your
people.
point?
Everyone else can hear this.
Okay.
I would just like to say to everybody.
Phelan nudges Kemper.
No, don't you defend this.
Phelan nudges Kemper and says, well, some morale they've got.
Look, our morale's still better than people who sat around in a cell.
Hey Kemper, how you doing?
Quick question, DM. How many people would you say there is?
If you heard what I said earlier, I said about 30.
30? Okay.
Yep.
Probably this is going to take me a couple of weeks. For the next couple of weeks, I would slowly like to essentially do makeovers for everybody.
What do you mean?
Getting them fresh clothes and grooming anybody if it is visibly necessary.
All right, you can do that.
Yeah,
but
he's gonna be that.
If you wish to create any armor or weapons for them, you are going to have to first gather the materials for all of that.
First, I was just talking about like basic clothes first. I was talking about basic clothes.
Oh yeah, no, that's what I said. Yeah, you're fine with that, but you'll need the materials for weapons and armor.
Gotta do a fashion
Don't know about Sarah's input or Valen's input past the sandwich.
Hey, you shut your whole mouth.
Oh my god.
I'm not a, you bitch.
I'm not gonna go to that extreme.
I'm about to
Oh, that's fucked.
I'm about to experience a third-person cat fight right now. God.
You're not when you're hungry.
Are you offering?
Alright, well, Sarah, you've been awfully quiet in all of this.
Yeah, indeed. Now, I would have liked to address the crowd, but I would like some input from the people I'm trying to work with.
About what?
Artisans.
About what?
These people have had trades prior to being captured. I want to know if any of you motherfuckers have any craftsman skills.
You know from what Phelan said, you know based on what Phelan said and your general knowledge that Phelan and Mordai are most likely your most reliable sources.
No, it's resource allotment. Reasonably. Put a craftsman in a craftsman's position, equipping the people who are indeed capable of wielding shit.
That'd be the dwarf.
Utilizing the proper skills.
It's exactly the point.
Yeah.
It's kind of
the dwarf has been trained as a master smith.
There we fucking go.
Yeah, dude, you're late. You're extra late on this. Just so you know.
Look, I got distracted with the walking meatsicle eating a meat witch.
That happened a lot earlier.
You know, I'm tired of you using me as an excuse for your shitty behavior.
You walked in and gave me shit. All I said was eating a big ass sandwich.
Yeah, you made a dick joke.
Ogmus walks in with
You took it that way. That's enough of that.
Ogmus walks in with an entrance of blank scrolls and says, "If you two don't stop talking, I'm going to make you." You look.
Promise?
Oh my
Hi,
god.
Ogmus, darling.
I can hear your bickering. I can hear all of your bickering from my realm. I don't know how.
Hey, who are you?
But it's frustrating.
Can you kill them?
Wow, now you're. Fuck you too, Dragon Lady.
I'm not one for killing. If I need something to be killed,
who are you?
I consult someone else.
Joke.
This is
that guy?
Ogmus, god of artisans, knowledge, and bards.
Alright, well, all of them are bickering. I want to tune out everything that they're saying and walk over to the dwarf.
Artisan.
Fuck it.
I haven't heard from you lately. Maybe you should get on that.
I've been a bit dizzy. I apologize.
First.
Don't let him lie to you. He tried to buy slaves.
He walks back through his scroll portal, and it closes. All right, Kemper, what are you doing?
Yes, I want to ignore all this bickering and walk over to the dwarf.
Okay.
Oh, Kemper, why you gotta be like that? Come on.
As you approach him, he turns around and looks at you and says, So you're the hero of the hour.
One of
Well,
them.
I guess.
He's more
But,
like the hero of the week
yeah.
because he's the one who actually puts in legwork.
What can the best smith
More
in
than
the
a
land
woman
of
with
Ashen
calves
Iron
like
do for
fucking
you?
tree trunks.
Best Smith. That's quite interesting. How'd you end up
Bold
getting locked up as a
statement.
slave, if that's true?
They didn't like who I was supplying my weapons to. Let's just
Typical.
say that.
Ah. Well, yeah. Alright.
You
It'd
know
be
what
like
they
that
say?
sometimes.
Money's money.
Oh,
Well, we don't have that many
I know.
educated smiths in the area right now, and considering we are outgunned and outnumbered, we could use that type of knowledge.
I prance over to where they are talking.
Find me the right materials and I can make you just about anything.
Yeah, that's my next heist.
From the looks
Oh, did somebody
honest.
say heist?
from the looks of it,
No.
I could venture to say that just about
No.
any of these escaped
No.
prisoners could wield a sword. It's pretty simple. I can mass produce some high quality short swords easily, and all it would take is a little bit of steel and
Actually, sword is quite a skillful weapon. If I'm being honest.
Okay.
it's not
Do
a
we
great
have a
sword. It's
minute
just a
before
simple
we-
sword.
Do we have time before we're doing anything? I need to use the restroom.
You're good.
Hold up, not speaking as
Yeah.
as Kemper, but I do want to say, like, usually some of the cheaper weapons and like some of the more cheaper weapons that are outfitted to everybody that take little skill or anything. It's usually like, you know, like small little axes, one-handed axes, and some
Clubs.
shields, things like that. Clubs,
Okay.
Simple weapons.
maces.
Do
Fine.
we have a while
He'll
before
make
we...
Yeah.
he'll make
You have
spears for
time to go
everybody. Is
use
that
the
okay with you?
bathroom?
Yeah, please.
Ooh, spears are fantastic weapons. Honestly, some of the best weapons you could probably get your hands
Yeah.
on in a fight like that. So yeah, that's fucking sure. Why not? You got extra range.
Alright, hashtag Leonidas.
Anyway, no, just give them whatever you feel like you want to give them. I'm just saying, just
Bring-
adding that little factoid.
Bring me. Sorry, I had to burp. I've been drinking a lot of tea and had some food, so. Alright, anyway. Bring me some ashen oak wood and some steel, and I can make you some simple spears
What is
to go around.
What is up with everything in Ashen here?
We're not
It's
creative.
the name of the place.
And ashen oak is the oldest and strongest wood out there. I make my weapons only out of that wood because they never break.
Nice.
I'm going to... I
Mr.
can
Dwarf
obviously
guy.
hear this
Complaining.
little conversation between them, right?
Yeah.
How you doing?
Good Forge Master. I never got your name.
Oh, well. You can call me
Cutting me
Tor.
off, Kemper.
Torb.
Torbjorn! He makes a return!
No,
Hello,
my
Torb.
name is Torb. I don't know a Torbjorn.
Hello,
What's a
Torb.
Torbjorn?
Nice to meet you. We
that
might
when you
be
tear a
doing
hole
a little... We might be doing a little bit of business together.
Oh, what are you, a
What'd you
male
say?
prostitute?
Ooh.
Oh, God!
Ooh,
I'm
good
going
one,
to let
Torb.
that one slide for now.
Is Torb still ignoring me? I'm so sad.
He's just busy in
No.
conversation currently.
I was trying
I'm
to
one of the
converse
ones
with
that
him.
helped get you out. So a little more respect would be appreciated, but I understand.
Respect is a scam.
I didn't see you anywhere while we were climbing ourselves out of those cells. The only one I
Who
have.
do you think was distracting all of the guards while my friend over there
You mean the
was...
Hey,
you mean the guards that absolutely suck and didn't even stop us on the way out the door?
damned. Try not to break your shoulder and need rotator cuff surgery patting your back like that. Oh no, I dropped the penny.
Kemper, you got this, right? Before I wring this little midget's neck.
Hey, you leave that little midget alone. I will whoop your ass.
Alright then. I put my arm in front of Mordai and push him back a little. And step in front.
Kemper, I can take care of that. I'll keep this little guy safe.
I don't want to know what Valant wants with this dwarf, but I'll allow it.
Me either. I have plenty of materials and resources we can use. I was willing to share them, seeing how we're going to be fighting for the same cause.
You should have just led with that, sweetie.
Calm down, Mordai.
No catch, but I'm starting to think of one. But at the moment
Oh, Mordai, just calm down. Everything's
Vaughn,
okay.
shut your behemoth mouth up before I come over there and shove my halberd down it.
Oh, now things are getting kinky.
Oh my.
Anyway, I'm willing to share if we can work as partners.
You were already partners when they got recruited into this.
How about you become my apprentice?
Oh!
Ooh, that means you can learn all of his trade secrets, and it could help us later in the story.
Mordai?
If you don't want it, Mordai, I can do it. I can do it.
On one condition. I am not your grease monkey, nor am I your forehead wiper. We are apprentice and master. Understood?
I mean, I see no difference, but...
The technicality is later. But
your mic is breaking.
Yeah, I felt that. My mic exploded a second ago. I said, the technicalities can be discussed later. But as long as you help me achieve my goal, I'll help you achieve yours.
Very well. Shall we shake on it?
He reaches out his dwarf hand.
I'm doing the same thing I did to the god.
Don't forget to spit in your hand first.
No.
Just like that other guy did to you.
Thaumaturg, okay.
I'm using thaumaturgy to make the blue fire around our hands. Seal the deal, shall we?
He shakes your hand.
That just seems like a bad rental agreement right there.
Alright,
I still want to talk to Vorb.
Okay, go ahead.
Yay! Hey there, you.
Hello!
Howdy do.
Well, I'm finally free, so I'm feeling pretty good.
I'm going
That's
to
always
go
good. Nobody likes being
find
all closed up in a box.
Yeah, you're telling me. Even for someone my size, I was feeling a little cramped.
Right? Aw, you're making fun of my height. Silly you.
I don't think I was. Sidebar, I don't think I was.
Oh, come on. The little midget dwarf guy is gonna say even for my height, I'd get cramped, and I'm this huge.
He was talking about his height.
Yeah.
Yes. No.
I wasn't comparing it to you. I was just saying.
It could have been perceived that way because I'm
No, it couldn't.
6'6".
Okay, fine. Yeah, well, just run with it.
He's just gonna look at me all confused, be like, "What?"
Yep.
Fuck is wrong?
I'm always in a better mood when I get the chance to eat. There hasn't been any good food on this whole fucking trip. Jesus.
Oh, well,
Not like Mama
I
used to
cooked
make.
for y'all. The fuck do you mean?
Like I said, there hasn't been any good food for this whole fucking trip.
You know what? You know what?
Well,
That silly little dwarf already pissed me off.
well,
I'm going for a walk.
Mordai.
well,
God, what are you even gonna do to me? You can't even do anything without having to look it up.
whoa, Volant, that was your name, right?
I guess you overheard when I was yelling.
That would be correct.
I'd be doing that sometimes.
Anyways.
I had 2 questions for you.
Okay.
The first is, like, when we were out earlier, I found this weird greatsword, and it's cool and all, but I want to know if it does anything special.
Are you showing it to him?
Yeah.
Why you sound like a Valley girl?
Because
Yeah,
Valley
right?
Girl is
I
happy.
wanted to know this too.
Why
Valley
you
Girl
sound
had
like
her
a Valley
sandwich,
girl
so
barbarian?
She's happy because she had her sandwich. Oh my god.
Oh my
Jeez,
God.
you think it's easy to keep this figure without picking out every once in a while? Jesus, you know how hard it is to eat salads?
Jesus fucking Christ.
Nope.
No.
That's just a standard greatsword.
Really? I
Yeah.
already have one of those.
Sorry.
I can make it better.
It says mysterious greatsword right here on the pommel. Was this entire thing just a cock tease?
Oh. Wait, what'd you say it said on it?
Mysterious greatsword.
Oh. Wow. That's yeah, that's let me think. No, it's just a normal greatsword.
I knew it was
That's
just a
gonna happen,
cock
dude.
tease. You led me to believe that it was so important, and you just did that. You're such a prankster.
Kemper roll. Kemper roll an
Do
arcana.
you want it? I don't
roll,
want it
roll an
anymore if it's
arcana
the same
check.
as my other greatsword.
Okay. No modifier.
What'd you get?
You got a 14.
14.
You notice. Sorry, I was having too much fun with that gag. You notice that the sword gives off a radiant magic that apparently the dwarf was unable to pick up.
I really don't want this if it's just another regular greatsword. What the fuck? We have one of those. What? I swear to God,
Okay.
Kemper, if anyone in this party tries to touch my tit again, I will lose my shit.
Mordai's like outside the
No one
fucking
has
house
ever
kicking
done
a
that.
wall.
Wait a minute. No one has ever
I'm sorry,
even
I had
done
a
that.
really weird dream where like this chick came up and touched my tit and I was all confused. It was a weird dream, but I don't know, maybe I'm just crazy.
I don't
There's
know
two
what you're
chicks
talking
here,
about.
So
Totally not referencing a different campaign.
I don't know
Alright.
what.
All right, are you going to
Anyways,
relay the
what'd you
information to Kemper?
What's up, Kemper?
alright.
do you
Well,
want?
that sword of yours might have some kind of arcanic properties.
Valanth, odd or even?
Yay.
Even.
Even.
Even?
I mean, I'm an even girl. I got 2 titties. I got 2 pussy lips. I got 2 butt cheeks.
Didn't need to know that.
You start
Sorry.
you start swinging around the sword masterfully, and as you do, fire starts to erupt from it. And
Oh
the
my
more you
fucking
swing
God.
it,
It's
the more
Agni?
the more
Or no, it's the
flame
screwdriver.
the more the flame that exudes from it, until eventually, when you finally stop, a fire elemental appears right in front of you.
What? This is fucking
What the
great.
fuck?
Hold on.
You gave-
I have got to
you
write
gave-
this shit
You
down.
gave a fire element.
Oh,
Huh.
it just boosted that barbarian up into the next level of tier. I don't even know.
What have you done?
Oh,
That's fun.
I know it's
What have you done?
we
You gave. By the way, Mordai's like out back of the house, kicking the closest wall that isn't to the building.
Okay, I'm gonna have to write that down later.
Legitimately pissed off by that fucking dwarf.
Well, this one's got fire, so I really want this one more now. So actually, can I just give you this other one I have? It's just a regular greatsword, but someone might want to use it. Like, I don't know. Or you can melt it down into the raw material to make new equipment, you know? And it just...
Not that easy.
I wouldn't mind taking the great sword.
Not that easy to just melt down hardened steel.
What. Hold on. How much can you carry? I just want to see if you can hold that with one hand. Here. I'm just gonna, like, cradle it in front of her with 3 fingers.
Hey, Volanth, don't let me forget that I have to do some balancing on that sword. Just don't let me forget that. Alright.
What was that second thing you said? Oh, it's for that. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright.
Okay.
So you went for the walk. Where are you going?
Talking to Mr. Vor.
Okay.
I'm like out back of the house, like kicking a wall that doesn't belong to the house.
What are you trying to, or what else would you like to discuss?
Well, the second thing was, I really wanted to know if you could make me a shield.
I can make you a shield!
Whoa.
A shield that I can wear as a partial bracer, so I can wield it while two-handing my axe and my greatsword.
Well, that's actually really easy. I was expecting some kind of crazy request.
Why would I go crazy request? This is just a simple exchange. If I said something crazy, you were gonna say something crazy, and then I was gonna have to say something else crazy, and then you were like, well, I tell you what, I'll make a deal with you. And I'm like, I don't make deals, because the last time somebody tried to touch my butt, and it was weird. And then they're gonna be like, oh, where does this come from? And I'm like, I don't know, it just felt relevant to the conversation. But then you're like, no, it really isn't.
I
We were
think I like her
talking
more
about
when she's hungry.
Alright.
Yes.
Why? Because I'm quiet?
Oh,
Jesus,
yes.
Kemper. You're so rude. And just when I was actually thinking about that one thing you said to me the other day,
I am beyond fucking confused.
All I would need for such a simple shield is some ashen oak and some generic steel, and I could get it done.
There we are with that ashen oak again. Where do I even get it?
Oh, it's quite it's quite
common.
Thank you. It's quite common outside the kingdom walls. All you gotta do is go out there and find some dead-looking big trees, cut them down.
Why do they have to be dead? Why can't I just cut down a live one? Like, what the fuck?
Because there are no alive trees here. The eternal winters kind of killed them off.
How do you guys even have fucking oxygen?
We grow.
You realize it's not just the leaves that give off oxygen,
May I
right?
ask the dwarf a question?
Sure, go ahead. My voice is only slightly dying.
Okay, I'm sorry.
My ears are almost slightly dying from hearing.
Could you potentially make me? Could you potentially make me a 2 longswords in particular?
Depends, but probably. I mean, I am a master smith after all.
Okay,
except
we got you the first time. You don't have to gloat.
Except I would like one made of steel, and the other silver.
Ooh, that's an interesting choice. I've heard from this one guy I used to know that silver's really good for fighting undead. And then he hit me with a whip, and I was like, ow, what the fuck? It's not even nighttime yet.
Anyway. Find me the materials, including leather, steel, and silver, and I'll definitely make that for you.
Do you need some more ashen oak for the handles?
Got enough steel in my back pocket to make a fucking fortune.
Stone's like over here. It's like.
Kemper, this is just gonna be the greatest adventure. Do you want to go cut down some trees with me? It would just make it. It'd just make it so extra special if you came along.
Oh, by the way, Volanth.
Yeah?
You said you haven't found any good food yet, but I know of a great place in Adventurous Reprieve. Mind joining me sometime?
Are you asking me out, Mr. Dwarf?
Only if you say yes.
This is kind of the reverse of the... I mean... I'm flattered, don't get me wrong, but... I mean, if we're being honest, little Sarah over there is much more my type.
What?
A single salty tear falls down the dwarf's eye as he sits
No,
down
no,
and
no.
joins
Okay, well,
everyone else.
I wipe away his tear. No, don't cry.
At that moment,
don't cry.
I just
and I'm gonna
step
I'm gonna pick
away
him up and
nice
hug him
and
to where
slowly.
he's smothered in my chest.
To when nobody even knew. Okay, I start stepping away much faster. I'm more rapid pace.
No,
I just
Kemper, wait, we have to go
skedaddle
cut
out
down
of-
trees.
I don't.
In fact,
Morden's
I
not
actually
even
walk
there,
over to
but a
Sarah.
strange chill goes down his back.
I put him down.
I don't.
Thanks,
Oh,
I
god damn it, now
guess.
my shirt's all wet from your fucking crying.
I wasn't
I am-
crying, you're crying.
No.
I walk over
I'm
to
gonna
Sarah,
go get you.
actually.
I'm gonna go get you your ashen oak and that steel and stuff and that leather. Ooh. How am I gonna get that
I
leather?
have-
What kind of leather do you want?
I don't.
I know where the tanner is.
Why would I buy leather? That costs
I like how
fucking
this
money.
all of these interactions are happening in front of like 25 other people just sitting there not even knowing you.
Yeah, I know.
I don't.
I just gave up going outside. I said that before I went to
Fucking me and freaking Cadmius are just like, I can't be in there right now. What the fuck?
What just?
I'm gonna grab my great axe and start walking out of the town towards outside the castle walls to get that wood.
Okay.
Can someone explain to me what
yeah,
just
yeah.
happened?
walk away.
I'm gonna follow just in case something happens. Out of
Nice of you to
pure,
keep me company, but if only Kemper would come along.
I don't
Yeah.
think he. I don't think he would.
And
To be totally honest with you.
I won't kill
yeah,
myself for this. Wait, why wouldn't
I
he
wanna
want to come
kill you
along?
for
He's
that.
the coolest party member we have.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
yeah. So what the fuck? look,
I mean,
Mordai,
he
you might be
can
an
multitask.
ass, but you're at least.
He can use multiple weapon types. He's nimble. He's
Okay.
stealthy. He can shoot you and heal you. That makes no sense. He is inflicting harm to
Good
create curing.
Yeah, that
It
that
just
one I'm trying to
baffles my
figure out
mind.
still myself.
It's like the arrow comes over and like right before it breaks skin, it instead just like gives you like a loving motherly kiss on your boo-boo and it makes it all better and then everything's great and you all of a sudden have health.
Can we just fast forward like a day so she's hungry again?
Can we just fast forward to where I'm
How
outside
about
the
we just
castle
fast
walls
forward
and
to
cutting
the
down
day
trees?
where, like, a giant fucking asteroid comes out of space and smashes her for that stupidity while she's getting wood?
Okay. If I die,
I'd be
I
with
die.
her, so like I'd die
Rip
too.
2 of your party members.
Why do you just turn into a freaking like Valley anime girl when you get food?
I mean, how else am I supposed to be? I'm this big, bulky anime barbarian chick that's got big-ass titties. I'm stereotypically supposed to act like this.
No.
That's
Oh,
like saying,
the
why is
fuck?
water
I just-
wet? Why is orange juice even orange juice? It's not even orange.
Yes, we all know it's yellow.
I don't know. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
Well, anybody else have anything they want to do? I guess.
Nope.
I gotta go
I
cut
just
down
want to
some
get
trees.
this show on the fucking road. Standing around here ain't doing shit.
It's called. It's
Eh,
getting late. Man.
Yeah. Sidebar. I'm trying to wrap up this pretty soon. So do any things you would like to get done before next session now.
Let's go cut
And
down some
next session
fucking
is
trees.
when?
Wednesday.
Okay,
Possibly.
possibly.
Most likely.
If there's not Mordai, then I'll have him still groom people or something. I don't know. I'll figure it out.
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
Until he
then
gets
I want
back.
to. Okay. If I am gonna do something, I want to send my Falcon out on another scouting mission to look for a convoy, potentially that the king might be moving that has materials. that we may or may not be able to hijack.
Oi.
I want to set up a forge and a smelter.
Okay.
Finally.
You go to one of the back rooms where there seems to be proper ventilation for
I was
such a...
figuring this would be outside, because
Nah,
those are going to be hot.
No. It's cold outside anyways, and you think, that'll be a good source of heat. So, you find a room with
Okay.
proper ventilation in it. Looks like it has a few different windows. And you set up a forge in there. It's the furthest room you could get away from in the house from everybody else.
He could have just done it outside.
Nope.
I wouldn't.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Okay.
Why not?
Because it provides
the
heat
DM
to the
fucking
cottage.
said so.
Yeah, I'm God. You are just merely pawn in big play game.
And I laugh in God's faces and agree with the Klingons. Don't tempt me,
And
they
that-
killed their gods.
And that is how you get a nerf to your total HP, my friends.
Ooh.
Dude, you know me personality-wise. Okay.
Dude, you know, you had to know that was coming. Someone's gonna pull that card at some point.
Anyway, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do, and I'm just gonna slowly
Alright.
start melting and making ingots out of the silver, the really old gold coins, and the blood iron, turning them into proper ingots and things like that.
Cool. Anyone else doing anything?
I already walked to the store and back this entire goddamn session. I don't think the females are doing shit other than she's gone to get lumber.
Okay.
Hey, we need it
She's
for
gonna
all the
get wood.
weapons we have to craft for a fucking revolt. God. What are you
That
doing?
I got
Criticizing everything
involuntarily
I'm
pulled
doing.
in on.
You would have done it anyways. Don't lie.
What?
Put yourself naturally in a position where there could be a lot of potential death so you could steal other HP, become basically nigh invincible, and just go around killing everything in the world.
Jesus
I
Christ.
prefer to kill it myself. Why would I get
I just
stuck-
realized that.
Wow, did no one else
Jesus
really think
Christ.
about
No, I didn't. Also, I'm gonna make ink.
He's about to become
I'm
Necro
gonna find
Hitler.
some.
that? Yeah. I can't stop thinking about his shoes, though. Do you think he tied them in Nazis?
Mm.
Oh.
I did not see that one coming.
Did he just? Did he just?
Yeah.
You know what?
Can
No,
we
That
talk about
did
it?
not see that coming.
That kind of humor I will not tolerate on this stream, and frankly, it just does not.
That
Wow,
was
dude.
terrible. That was terrible.
We're gonna
That
get
was
banned
so
from
bad.
YouTube.
Look,
Dude,
listen.
no,
in all
no.
honesty,
These
in all-
World War II fucking jokes are straight sig fail.
Look, okay, guys.
you
In all
know-
honesty, we should stop. The reason is because my great grandfather
No.
actually died during the Holocaust.
Oh, here we
He
go.
fell from the watchtower.
No,
Well, my
the
apologies
fucking
and
worst
respects, but Hey,
He fell
hey.
from the watchtower.
you know what sucks?
Was he all on the watchtower?
Oh
Okay,
God,
Jimi
no, the
Hendrix.
song reference, really?
Thank you.
Me and Krim immediately got that. Just no. Now, all honesty, what else are we really fucking doing? You know me.
I want to go
You
fight
know what they're
something.
doing. There ain't shit going on but to progress the storyline. These guys seem to handle it. I'm just here to kill people and to piss people off, apparently.
All right. Well,
Well, yeah.
Which I'm not
You're already
trying to
pissing
do.
me off, Gray. You're totally already pissing me off. I'm not angry.
How?
I'm not angry at you. I clearly was being super sarcastic there, dude. I figured it out.
Sarcasm isn't real.
all right, boys.
Neither
Well,
is your barbarian.
we just about ready.
Neither
call
is
this one
all
quits?
of your D&D characters that you so happen to pride yourself in.
Exactly.
All right. Well, anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this stream. It's been great. We had a good time. It's been
I
a
know,
great
right?
pickup
I
session.
enjoyed it.
Bye.
We had our share of memes
Bye.
and everything. And with that being said, have a good one and talk to you later.